Okay.
Like
All
like
right.
right now.
Wait,
right now, even possibly.
Wait,
Like
how
right
soon
now.
Right now.
are
Like
you
right
talking about
now.
going live?
Right now.
we
right,
are
Wait,
live.
We are
Like a
live,
couple
aren't
seconds
we?
ago.
right
Wait.
meow.
I called
Right
it.
meow.
But it's
I'm
not
so
7 o'clock
good at
yet.
this.
Right meow.
I know.
But
Yeah, but we're
Connor,
making
I'm
up for
barely
lost
wearing
time.
pants.
Right meow.
That's okay. I'm not wearing
Wait.
much.
Yeah. Wait. We were supposed to wear pants for this?
You expect me to DM a funny game and be
I'll
clothed?
just say, I'll say it's way too hot in this room for me to do so.
You know,
Okay,
I got
fair.
pants, but like, if I need to, for the sake of like, being one with the group, I'll
Solidarity.
take my pants off. Yeah.
I'm
I'm
doing
wearing
that?
shorts, so that's really... Don't feel the need to strip.
I'm of the school of
Like,
I'm of the school of thought where no one can force you to wear pants in your own home.
I'm gonna go get my hoodie actually because I'm chilly.
Okay.
You know what happened the last time I didn't wear pants and was like, I'm gonna not wear pants and I am here alone.
Mm-hmm.
There were people working outside and there weren't blinds, so I couldn't escape. So I don't.
Pants were forced upon thee.
It's a pants world, you know.
It's a pants eat pants world.
Pants eat pants world.
Just like in
It's
the
a
world of
pants-
St. Louis in
Yeah.
Gateway.
Nice segue. Nice segue.
Renowned
wait.
show on twitch.tv/The Unexpectables, which you're on
Yes.
right
Indeed.
now, or are listening to on YouTube.
The most popular tabletop show on twitch.tv/The Unexpectables, airing on Saturdays.
I don't
Absolutely.
like my appendages.
Absolutely.
I don't like
Also-
my appendages unbared. You know what I mean? I get cold too easily.
I feel it. I feel
And
it.
do that.
I like to think that episode 35's title of Searchin' is for pants.
Searching for pants? You very well could be.
Searching for pants.
Searching for pants.
You know.
Searching for pants. Searching for pants.
Nobody can tell us what to or not to search for.
Yeah, it's true. No one can stop us.
It's all
Yeah.
down to dice rolls
Hey.
what you'd even find.
Who's gonna stop us? Government? Unlikely.
Unlikely,
Since we are
indeed.
entering the theater, please remember to silence your cell phones.
Oh, I already
This
silenced
was
my cell phone.
America.
Yeah, bitch. Silence it.
Remember to feed Scarlett Johansson or she will come into your movie screening and talk endlessly.
That's true. Yeah. Wait, no, don't
Really?
say that. People will do it.
Yeah, I'd like to meet Scarlett Johansson.
I legit heard she got an Oscar nomination for that.
What?
I don't know if it's true. Have you gone into a theater recently and seen like this promo by Scarlett Johansson in a theater being like, the movies are back, we're back in the theaters, and suddenly I read that she apparently got nominated for an Oscar for that, and I'm like, is that true?
Would you believe me if I said I haven't been to a theater recently?
I haven't been to a theater since like COVID. Like there's one down the street. I just haven't gone.
The last time I left
just
my
saw
house,
Nope
I
last
got
week.
COVID.
It's funny you mentioned that actually. Everybody in my family but me has COVID right now, so
Oh no.
Oh, I wish
I
there
don't
was
know
speedy
what
recovery.
caused that, but I was but yeah. No, it's a little bit worrisome. But I got a call when I was doing one of my streams, and it was my sister, and she's just like, I know you're doing this show, but I need to shove something up your nose real quick.
Ah, family.
So I took a break, went down to my mom's house, and got swabbed. I don't have it, but everyone else does.
Ain't that just typical? Family members
I don't
wanting to
think
shove
it's
things up your nose.
What the?
Relatable.
What is wrong with your family?
Hashtag
What's wrong?
relatable.
Where did you go?
Hey, everybody, hashtag relatable. Whoa, ring the bell or I'll die.
This is your last chance.
This is your very last chance.
Speaking of, this may be our last chance to do our intros. Yeah, Caitlin, where can they find you and what are you up to?
I knew eating this bowl of food
Ah.
was a bad choice the moment you spoke those words. Maybe do somebody else while I finish chewing.
Gotcha. Rabbit, where can they find you and what are you up to?
Yo, what's up? My name's Rabbit. I'm a writer and He Who Funny Guy on the internet. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Hey Mr. Rabbit. I stream Monday through Friday. I'm a variety streamer. I play fantasy games, horror games, RPGs, retro games. RuneScape is basically my wheelhouse. I absolutely freaking love RuneScape. I will pound into everyone's face with how much I love that game. Playing other games other than RuneScape as well. I play Ghostwire Tokyo, got a bunch of really cool horror games. And on Thursday for the past couple weeks, I've been doing a thing with Sarah. We're playing The Last Door, which is a game about eldritch horrors, nightmares, pastor, birds.
We're so smart.
Oh my god, we're so good. We crack the fuck out of puzzles. It's so good. Sarah pretty much nailed one on her own. I'm just like, yeah, I still had several steps. Sarah just cracked it. Oh, beautiful. It was awful.
I'm still just liking when you brute forced that safe puzzle, and it was like, hey, wait, do we have to burn the other side? Oh, it's right there. Okay.
I just guessed what Latin word it was, and it was right.
Like Latin. It's like Latin. It was like we were Batman and Robin solving the Riddler puzzle, and then the Riddler's over here just like, you only had to do that, guys. It wasn't enough. Oh.
Yeah, he's just on the other side. He just already has his arms out, like, just turn me in. I hate you. I hate you so much. Like, I love the Riddler so much, man. But anyway, if that seems to be up your wheelhouse, Rogers, your Hammerstein and whatnot, come on down to Twitch and Twitter at Hey Mr. Rabbit. Monday through Friday. Henchmen are standing by.
That Hammerstein's my ballroom.
Don't forget your 3D glasses! All right.
Where can they find you?
You can find me all over the internet at Boobs McBalrog. I just picked up Final Fantasy XIV last week.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. I'm going to play a lot of that quite soon. But of course, work picked up the moment I found a game I enjoy. So I don't know when I'll be playing it again next, but if you go over to twitch.tv/boobsmcbalrog, you'll randomly get the notification whenever I go live again next. But I know I'll have a lot of super cool news later, so that's fun and great. That's me.
All right. Lanny, where can they find you, and what are you up to?
Well, you can find me all over the internet at Lanny Pator. As for what I'm up to, I am tired. So I haven't been streaming a whole lot lately. Might get back to it sooner rather than later, but gonna be real low energy for a few days as it still continues to be very hot and my air conditioner still continues to not work and I am slowly going insane. Bear with me while I deal with the consequences of life and living in Texas. That's me.
All right. And Sarah, where can they find you and what are you up to?
You can find me on Twitter at Sarah with an H and with an E. Willia. God, I actually get a shill today. Sure, I'll shill. I would be punished if I didn't shill.
You better.
Yeah, it's been fun. Me and Rabbit are doing the thing, and I guess we're gonna do it again next Thursday if he's open.
Absolutely. I love playing horror games with you.
We're gonna have to choose. I said that we gotta choose something else to fill out the time because we only got that one episode left to fill.
Oh, how about that really horrifying Mortician one that makes me almost like.
I really do want to shoot that one. Yeah.
Oh, that one looks so scary. I feel my blood freeze.
That one that just came out.
Yeah. It reminds me so much of The Autopsy of Jane Doe, which was a really good movie. It's on Netflix if it's still there. Check it out. It's a really good movie to watch. Just morticians like trying to figure out the dark evil that's surrounding them by autopsying a body. It's just like, oh man. Anyway, let's see. Kakegurui Twin came out on Netflix just recently, and I'm back voicing Midari Ikishima. She's nice. And crazy. Yeah. And it's funny, literally today they just announced that Lord El Meloui II Case Files Rail Zeppelin Grace Note Special came out on Crunchyroll, the dub version, and I'm voicing Yvette L. Learman and that. So yay. Fun for reprisals. We enjoy. That's about it.
Heck yeah. I suppose that leaves me left, and they can find me on Twitter and Twitch and YouTube.com/DistortionDevil. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, most of the time anyway. Yeah, got the usual stuff. I'm working on probably the next within the next month or so. I'm probably going to be playing Shadow of the Colossus with Monty because I've never played it before. Yeah, it's gonna be delightful. Also, I'm as of earlier today, I have reached the final chapter of Yakuza 6. And it seems like this is all coming to a head. After that, I'll play Judgment and Lost Judgment. And then finally, I'll be playing through Yakuza 7, Like a Dragon. Yeah. I'm also playing through the Legacy of Kain series on Sunday. Be sure to check that out. Also, be sure to check out my DM's Guild, where I was notified earlier today that my very first DM's Guild publication, the School of Finance Wizard, has reached Electrum bestseller, which is really,
Congrats.
really very. It made me proud. Made me proud of my of what I've done there. And I'm really hoping that you guys will like all of my other publications just as much, including the Treasure Hunter Conclave Ranger, which I am working on currently. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Other than that, gotta thank our sponsor for this evening's escapades, Die Hard Dice.
Die Hard Dice!
That's right.
Why don't you tell me more about it in great detail?
Okay. Die Hard Dice is your one-stop shop for dice and dice accessories.
No, keep going.
You head on over to dieharddice.com. You can use the code UNEXPECTABLES! To save 10% on your order at dieharddice.com.
There's so many savings.
Indeed.
Why don't you go down to Die Hard Dice and pick yourself up some math rocks today?
Indeed.
Wouldn't that be good?
And when you do use our code...
That's our sponsor! Isn't that enough?
When you do use our code, some of that money gets thrown back to us so we can keep making shows like this for you. Absolutely free.
So I can get good lunch meat. At some point in the future, please buy the math rocks.
Speaking of which, did you buy all those pretzels?
Oh yeah, no, I got a fuckload of pretzels.
Awesome.
And also, what keeps our content staying free forever is lovely bits and subs from viewers like you, such as Constable Mutton with the 10 bits, who's ready to hunt quite possibly the most dangerous mutant since Frank Horrigan. Dragosoon, thank you for the 22 months. First month anniversary of the 20 win. Tommy Toon, thank you for the 4 months. King Cat Goblin, thank you for the 28 months. What would you guys do for the one and only working Fat Man launcher in all of St. Louis? Who knows? Maybe they'll find out. Soak Samurai, thank you for the 100 bits. Hail the all-consumer. Poyo, Poyo.
Poyo.
Dragosoon, thank you for the 100 bits. Kick the Rads to the moon. Kane Time, thank you for the 500 bits. Time for the adventures of the reanimated Brahm and Apex, the Ghost in the Machine Cynthia, the Necromancer Louise, and Alvin.
Just Alvin.
Just Alvin.
Yeah, that works.
Define user error. Thank you for the 2 years of Prime subbage. Tactical Hagrid, thank you for the 345 bits. Hey Rabbit, check out Delta Green. It's a Call of Cthulhu in modern times. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, no, I know about that one. That one's really good.
What's one?
Delta Green.
Delta Green.
Delta Green.
Yep, it's a contemporary era setting for the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game.
Yeah. Zeon the Blue
original
Dragon.
source book came out in '97.
Nice.
Thank you for the 100 bits. Here are some bits from my vacation here in Tombstone, Arizona. Can't stay tonight, so good luck and don't die. You're good for you're good for business. Yeah. The 7, thank you for the 8 months. I haven't been able to watch the stream live in a while due to work, but I'm finally able to. Hey.
Hey. Welcome.
Norviticus, thank you for the 500 bits. Lanny, as a fellow Minnesotan living in Texas, we ain't built for this.
Oh, I've been fine a lot of summers, but like losing your AC is just
awful.
Hell.
No.
Maybe y'all should make stuff in a swamp cooler. You know, just get like a huge tub, like a fan, bucket of ice. Just dump it in there. Have the fan point at you.
Depends. How humid is it where you are?
Pretty humid, but like, man, I have a hard time coming up with the words a lot of times. So we'll just stop. Like, I am in one mindset right now, and that is to play a character.
You're like, I
Fair
have
enough.
Apex brain only.
Maybe
That's it.
Maybe I'll take it easy on you this episode.
Maybe.
Finally, we've got Bag of Gnomes with the 17 months. Been a long-time viewer of the Unexpectables, starting since all the way back in the first campaign. It's a delight watching you guys play. Thank you for allowing us to experience such incredible stories and for inspiring us to create our own adventures. Yeah! Could always use more D&D in the world. But, with that out of the way, are you guys ready to head back into the wasteland?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that sounds pretty good.
Well then, let's get into tonight's episode of Gateway.
Gateway?
Of Gateway? Oh.
Let's go.
Where's my... Oh.
There it is.
God! Hi!
Hello. Where is it? Oh.
It's okay, God. Take your time.
Take your time, God.
When last we left the runaways, Apex the wild man, Alvin the mechanic, Louise the scavenger, and Cynthia the nurse. They continued to recuperate in Riverside after their siege on the family, which all but decimated their ranks. They were wrapping up their outstanding business in the town, discussing their next plans of action. Learning that Toby Blunt had been taken off the air by their old friend Bo, the gang decided they'd head back to the town of Westport to see what happened to their ally. What will they find in the former slave town? Find out now on tonight's episode of Gateway.
And so... we return to the wasteland that you inhabit. Not the speakeasy. We'll go for the boardwalk. There we go.
Where are we?
We'll say it's the next morning after the previous session. Both your sister, Louise, and Point Man appear to be heading out.
I'll be there to sort of give her a send-off.
Yeah, notably,
I'm sure me, Kathy, and Boss Man will be seeing Point Man off.
Yeah, Point Man is notably not bedecked in his full machinist outfit. He's wearing his overall sort of half on and tied around his waist with a tank top underneath, and he's got his long rifle slung over his back, and he looks like he's preparing for a journey.
Big iron on his head.
All right, y'all sure you got everything you need, Point Man?
I think I'm all set.
Well, all right. Oh, hell, it's going to be awfully lonely without you around here, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do, you know?
Yeah, I hear you.
Well,
I'll be in touch, though.
Right.
I'll be in touch.
I'll be glad for it. Oh, look toward Cynthia. I'll leave you two back. I'll go ahead and make sure all the kits are set up and whatnot for our little prevail soon.
Cynthia steps towards him. Well, I'd tell you to ride, but I don't think there's a post service anymore.
Well, you know, there are couriers around here. I could actually get a letter to you if I wanted. They just have to find you first. And you don't seem like the type. You don't seem like the type who'd stay in one place.
No. I think we're gonna be on the move quite a bit after this.
Well, don't worry, I'll be in touch. I'll let you know what I find.
Don't drift too far away, if you know what I mean.
He sort of cracks a smile and nods.
I won't.
Safe journeys, James.
You too, Cynthia.
Alvin.
Point Man.
He looks out over the town of Riverside one more time before turning around and beginning the long walk to the airport. Well, since we're rolling with the tearful goodbyes, I suppose I might as well head off myself. This is Louise's sister.
I assumed. It's like, just eyeballs are like, really?
It's not like I'm gonna be far. You guys are always welcome in Vault 66.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And like I said, sis, we got time. We might roll up and give you a headache or two.
It'd be a nice change of pace.
Yeah. Gives her sort of one of those uncomfortable, like, oh god, I have to show feelings hugs. Just like, sibling hug.
She actually pulls you in and like cups the back of your head, pats your back a couple of times.
Sis. Does the same. Keep your brains in your head, okay?
You too, stupid.
You're stupid. And don't be a stranger. I mean, I'm sure we'll be around here a little bit, so if you ever just want to shoot a message, and even if I don't get it, I'm sure Boss Man can relay it to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I might do that. And I'll keep an eye out for that big ugly you guys are wanting to track down.
Oh, we'd greatly appreciate that.
Hmm.
And if you need anything fixed over in Vault 66, it's out of your hands and whatnot, you know exactly who to call.
Oh, I'm sure we'll need something fixed. Things don't work quite the same as they are used to after 200 years, so we may very well call on your services, if you're in the area, anyway.
Glad to hear it.
Plus, with that car, it's a short trip, right?
I'm taking the car.
No, you.
Oh
Sort
no,
of gently
that
shoves
will
her
not
away.
be happening.
If she were a dog, her ears would perk
Sabine
up the car.
puts up a finger. No.
Had to try. Well,
Gives her a gentle shove, like goes behind her back and like gives her a gentle shove forward. Go on, go before I get misty-eyed or something.
all right. Stay safe, you lot.
Take it on
And
easy.
you.
Happy trails.
She does like the
Louise actually, yeah, go ahead.
she does the wave with her back turned as she walks away.
Louise sort of does that thing where she can't, since her sister's not facing her, she's not waving, but it's that thing where you're like waiting at the airport and watching the person go through security in case they do turn back so you can wave.
Yeah.
Because Louise betrays herself every so often in terms of her softy, feely feels.
Yeah, you're watching her for a while until she rounds a corner behind a hill where she is no longer visible.
No, don't worry, Louise. She'll be right as rain.
Yeah, I know that. No, just feels good. Feels like a nice sibling thing we did here. Turns away and just like, I'm gonna go check something.
Cynthia's shit-eating grin at her like, heh.
Louise chooses not to respond to that because she has no good response. So she's like,
And as she turns, heh.
it's just like, what'd you fucking say to me?
Bastion all this time has just been sitting somewhere relatively elevated, just observing.
Perched on a hill nearby like a little prairie dog.
Might very well just be a rooftop, honestly.
Oh,
Oh,
well, yeah,
God, he's
that
Batman
sounds right.
again.
He doesn't do goodbyes.
Well, the day is yours.
Well, shall we pack up and head for Westport then?
I think that'll be just the thing we can do.
I hate to mention this, but above game, I just realized too, I wanted to go to the Lewis and Clark Museum, and when we tried to go, you guys said no because we were going to the arena, and I was like, okay, fine, we'll do it later, and I just wanted to point out, when are we going to do the later, because I do want to check that place out at some point. Okay.
Isn't that...
It's close
where
to
is
the
it on our
arena.
map?
It is
It's literally
right
dead south of us.
here.
I mean, it's yeah.
Well,
it's straight
we
south
can
of us,
make
right?
we can make a pit stop on the way to Westport.
Louise pokes her head out of the building she went into. Pit stop what?
Fine. We'll go to the museum you wanted to look at.
Oh, right, awesome, love it.
Does
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
have everything they need, or do we need to gather up some supplies first?
Well, I worked on everyone's armor and supplies as much as I could. Oh,
What do we got?
speaking of pit stop, I also got this for you. And he'll wiggle a sensor module between his fingers. I don't know if this could actually do anything for you or whatnot, but we're talking about upgrades ages past, and I ain't never forgot. And Dave has taught me how to go ahead and learn some of your inner Cynthia works a little bit. So consider this a promissory note. I haven't forgotten, and one day, who knows, you might be able to go ahead and knock an Assaultron in the teeth.
Ooh, can't say I wouldn't mind that. But you're not looking to install that right now, are you?
Oh heavens no, I wouldn't. And you've already been through the ringer. I don't want to say, get back in the ringer. That just doesn't seem nice.
Louise sidles up to Cynthia and just sort of whispers, how would he install that anyway?
I don't know. I'm not normally awake for that stuff.
It would probably be on the top of the skull.
Looks up.
I don't think it would fit
hey, Apex.
inside. Hello.
I like to imagine he's just hanging from his feet on the edge of the roof.
Oh, like Hank McCoy, just I'm strengthening my toe grip. It's
Oh, you're working on your mind yesterday. Working on your toes now?
It's helping to get the blood flow to my brain easier without me
While you're
passing
upside
bubbles.
down? He's gonna be asleep in the car.
You get a new
Anyway.
perspective when you sit upside down.
It's called a blood rush, dear. Alright. I should probably check in with Dave before we head out.
Oh, yeah. I pulled out the sensor module to you. Since Dave knows about you a little bit more than I do, under the hood, so to speak, show him that. See if that's feasible. If it's not, I could slap it on a gun or something, maybe.
She takes it under the hood. Alvin!
I know, I'm all full of surprises today. I'm excited. We're going to get back on the road. I don't mind sticking around the Riverside and whatnot, tied to the boss man and whatnot, but kicking the dirt, oh, I've been looking forward to that for a while.
Louise kind of wiggles her eyebrows at Alvin, being like, "You a lot less shy around Cynthia since you've seen her insides, ain't you?"
One
Anyway,
peek
you
is
should go
all
see
it
Dave.
takes? My goodness. All right. She like sachets away holding the sensor up.
Oh,
Tries to drink from a canteen upside down.
sort of follows after Cynthia, but she walks backwards for a second, just shooting Alvin finger guns. Like, that was fun.
he just gives a thumbs up like, yeah.
All right, so you're going to find Dave. He's in his usual spot, taking up Boss Man's workshop, and he appears to just be doing maintenance on some sort of firearm. Maybe it looks like.
Knock, knock.
Oh, hello.
What are you working on here?
Oh, just a weapon I brought along from the Institute.
A weapon, you say? Do tell.
Oh, it's nothing special. It's just a Institute-made laser pistol.
Please explain. She steeples her fingers.
We took the design from some old military schematics and we made it more efficient, essentially.
Interesting.
You look at it, it's sort of very clean looking weapon. It's got like a red band near the barrel, but the rest of it is all white metal plated.
Okay. And he called it a what again?
A laser pistol.
Laser pistol.
How deadly would you say that is?
Well,
Versus, say, a pistol or an assault rifle.
it's a bit higher powered. It traditional armor is meant to block out traditional ammunition, and this can sometimes bypass a lot of armor that isn't really shielded against the concentrated laser.
Oh. Well, is it done?
It is being maintained by me, and it is also my only means of defending myself, if you're thinking of relieving me of it.
I was, but I won't take it from you. Since
I
you're right,
appreciate
you need
that.
a little help. Oh, Alvin gave me this, thing. Sensor module, I think it was called.
Okay.
He didn't know if it could be used in any of my hardware.
He takes a look over on it and he examines it briefly. Huh. Well, unless you're planning on turning yourself into a bomb, I don't think this is a particular upgrade that you want.
That is tempting, but no.
No, this is meant to be a receiver for signals that would trigger something.
Gotcha. Well, maybe it's best kept with you for now anyway. See what you can fashion out of it.
I could hold on to it and try to think of something, I suppose.
Oh, she kind of pops her head out and looks around. Mr. Daliard, are you nearby? Swear I left him near.
In the distance, you suddenly just hear. Slowly
Yes, ma'am.
approaches from his position.
How may I be of service?
Could you open up your storage container? I left some circuit board in there.
Of course.
He'll like open a latch on his back.
Actually,
Let me see. And she pulls out 3 fusion cells and a military-grade circuit board. Could you do anything with this, Dave?
Let me see if there is anything he could use this for.
what if we put the laser on Mr. Daliard?
Oh my god.
He just said it was a sentry module. I didn't know. it was
Dave
one
is
of the
like,
boom booms.
please no, I need that.
But
Please
Dave,
stop trying to take my weapon away.
Dave
think about it.
Dave eyes the military-grade circuit board, and he tilts his head. Huh. This is fancy stuff.
It looked like it. I just didn't know what to do with it.
Well,
Indeed.
You want me to make something out of this?
I don't know. Or, what you think it could be used for. I don't really know much about this, so... I don't know. You're the only person I could think of that might know what to do with it.
Well, this has a lot of applications. I could probably make something out of this. Were you wanting anything specific or just something fancy?
I don't know. I feel like you could get creative with it.
Okay, something non-specific.
I don't know what it's used for is the thing. So if you put it to its best possible use, then I would feel glad to have you have it. That doesn't help at all, does it?
Well, I'll hang on to it, and if I think of something, I'll run it by you and see if it would be of any use to you.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, was there anything else you needed from me?
Don't think so. Fusion cells, circuit board. Fusion cells, should I just put those back in Daliard's compartment?
Well, I think I could probably use the fusion cells. I mean, I've got the pistol, and this is the type of ammunition it uses. So.
Oh, by all means, then. I will pass that off to you.
All right. So are you heading out or something?
Oh, yes. Our merry band was gonna be heading to Westport. We noticed Toby wasn't on the air anymore, so we're hoping to figure out what happened to him and see what things are like in Westport nowadays.
I'm not exactly thrilled with the idea of you leaving again. And we just got reunited, and
Do you feel comfortable going with us? I mean,
I-
there's always a chance we're gonna get in a scuffle again.
I could go with you. I'm not sure how useful in combat I could be, but not to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty smart.
That's true. I suppose if we... Do you know how to drive?
No.
Hmm.
We
If I
don't.
would have had enough foresight, I would have tried to teach you. You'd pick it up pretty quick, I'm sure.
At the Institute, we didn't
Well-
really use vehicles for moving around.
Fair enough. Well, maybe I'll have you right up in front with me and see how it works, and hope you can at least divine a little of it before I have a chance to teach you.
All right. Well, let me finish putting this back together, and I'll pretty much be ready. I'm sure Boss Man will be happy to have me out of his hair. Well, what's left of it.
Well, I'm sure he'd like to have his shop back for at least a minute.
All right. Well, I guess I'll meet you at the car.
All right, I'll see you in a bit.
All right.
Part of me really wants to flash cut to him sitting in the front seat, Bastion's bare feet right next to his face as he's leaving them out the window.
Oh my god.
I might I don't know if it's an option, Connor. I know Alvin fixed our armor last episode. Is he allowed to do that again one more time to see if it gets better? Or do
It's
we
the
only
next
one
day,
shot?
so I'd allow it.
Oh, sweet! Pass me over those thingamajiggies.
Because it's like, yeah, I think I gave you some Brahmin hide, right?
Yeah, maybe applying cow leather to
anyway.
the parts and whatnot might help. Maybe cover up that hole in the back.
Louise will kind of be standing and fingering a hole that's still in her armor, and sort of be like, "Hey, Alvin, since we got a minute, think you might want to? Do you think you have a second to give this one more look over?"
Oh yeah, sure. He'll put away a certain comic he was reading and put it back in his tool belt and
Aww.
wave it over.
Louise hands it over, just like eyeballs, like, "Man, I got shot to fuck, didn't I?"
Oh, we all got blasted. Have you seen the harness I'm wearing? It looks like something that I found out of a. Looks like something I pulled out of a creature's stomach. All right, let's see what kind of magic we can do here.
All right. Because you have access to a workshop, this will not require materials.
Yay, I love my workshop. All right. Shabadoom! That is a 9.
Shabloom.
All right. I believe that is a minor success, so you restore 1 armor.
There we go. You want here, I'll do it for me too.
Nice.
Please let my armor be not 1. 10! There you go.
All
I'll
right.
take
We'll restore 2 points of your armor.
Sweet. Yeah, I'll take 3. That sounds good. No, not 63, old fat fingers. 3. Okay. All right.
Refits it on herself and sort of gives it a look. See. Yep. Yeah. Genius as always, Alvin.
Hey, thank you so much for that, Ms. Louise. I think we're stretching these duds out to about as far as they might be able to go ahead and get. But you know what? It's a big wasteland out there. Lord knows who's wearing what out there.
Louise kind of does that thing where she sucks on her teeth. Caps definitely need to get more caps. So we can buy more good stuff.
Yeah, that'd be fun too. That'd be fun. I think I'm also a little bit light on my caps too. What do I got? 19. That's still enough to have some fun. Alrighty. Well, let's hitch it on up. And he will kind of just slide out of his workshop. And he will go ahead and sit next to... he'll just sit on the ground next to the car and stretch until Cynthia gets out.
Bastion's already there, probably laying across the back, like the trunk of the car.
Louise will take up the front of the car on the hood.
He will pull out a comic he was given, Mr. Fix-It and the Red Fist of Doom, and be reading it.
Bastion smiles to himself.
Yeah, look at this lively bunch.
Oh, there she is. How you doing? Did I strike gold with Ascension module or what?
Well, Dave said that if I wanted to be a bomb, then it would be helpful. But it's more for being a receiver kind of thing. Like what we dealt with the collars and everything.
Oh, I see. So if I put that on something, that's for some kind of explosive or whatnot then, huh?
Something like that.
Well,
But,
part of the puzzle then.
Dave is actually gonna be joining us.
Why?
I didn't know he had business in Westport.
Louise was laying on her back and her head sort of pops up, just leans up and looks like, uh-huh.
Well, he and I only just reunited, and he would like to spend more time together.
You let him know that we sometimes get into scraps and whatnot, right?
I did tell him that, and he does have a laser pistol to keep himself safe. So he's gonna sit in the front and also try and pick up how to drive the car.
Does he know how to use his weapon?
Oh, I can only imagine.
He has been maintaining it for a long time, so I'm going to hope yes.
Well, that works for me. What's one more under the wagon, right?
He is very smart, so I think he could be very helpful if we come into any problems that require a more cerebral solution.
Isn't Dave, like, right there with you?
He was finishing up some stuff in the shop.
Yeah, he's not there quite yet.
It would not have changed my line of questioning if he was. Just to be
I
clear.
know. Full well.
I'm right here.
I am very aware.
Honestly, I really like talking shop with Dave, so yeah, no. More the merrier, right?
I am still sitting in the back.
Yes. Wait, do you mean the back seat or the trunk?
There's a further back.
No, there is not. You won't be able to see, so you won't see anything coming if we get attacked.
Then just where I was.
Yes. That's quite good. She, like, sighs and looks off to the side like, oh, that was close.
As you look over to the side, you see Dave walking up the stairs and holstering his laser pistol on his belt just beneath his white lab coat.
And there he is.
Hello.
Welcome to the team, Dave.
Yeah. Good to get out and stretch my legs, I suppose.
Absolutely.
Wait, Louise eyeballs Dave, and then she sort of eyeballs Alvin and eyeballs Apex, and Apex and Alvin are pretty big guys, right?
Oh yeah, Alvin's
Alvin more
pretty big.
so. Apex, I believe, is a bit shorter.
I'm short but wide.
Louise just sort of shrugs and says, "Well, I hope there's room in that back seat for a third. Otherwise, I'm ending up in someone's lap." Glances at Dave. What do you think?
He like sort of looks off to the side and adjusts his
Dude, I'm fucking
glasses.
with you, it's fine. It's like, dude, I'm fucking with you. I'll take Alvin's.
I can ride the roof.
Cynthia's eyes immediately go pink and she swivels to Louise like, oh ho.
Just sort of says,
I'm sorry.
Cynthia.
I'm sorry now. Like Alvin just looks up from his comic when he hears, "I'll take Alvin's."
Louise just sort of looks at Cynthia like, this is what you get for giving away my front seat without even asking.
Cynthia is like a big smile, like, I like this development.
Oh, you were doing that.
Oh, yes. She was like a, ooh.
Louise would think about what she's just said. This is also Louise, and she sort of doesn't give two shits. She's just joking. She's like, all right, let's see how this is gonna work. Sort of squeezes in next to. I get the middle seat so many times when I'm stuck with that many people. Is it just me?
The car is big enough to fit all of you, but you probably know more than that.
Bastion's just like sticking his head out the window, so.
Especially with Bastion almost hanging out the window.
Yeah,
We'll probably be fine.
Alrighty.
Oh, right. If we're going to Westport, do we got our disguises and stuff, or what are we doing?
Oh.
Do we even need those anymore?
I don't know if it would hurt.
No, actually, probably not.
They're just in the trunk, right?
Right.
All right.
We were only using them to hide from the family which knew us, but we have now systematically dismantled the family, so I don't think we need to hide anymore.
Well, we will be returning to an area with a known vehicle.
Unless you park that off the facade somewhere.
True. Though going in under disguise could offer us more tactical advantage. Returning does seem natural if we were doing business. Although, I guess if Toby Blunt is taken, then maybe our identities are already forfeit.
I would
That's what I'm
imagine
starting
that
to think,
they
too.
are.
I guess we have them, so maybe we can just use them if necessary. But I guess you guys are right.
The remaining family members that were at the arena when we decimated their leader are gonna know what we look like, and I don't think disguises are gonna help, especially since the car was outside as people were leaving.
Oh, our infamous Corvega Blitz.
Right.
I like that name for this car.
I mean,
Infamous.
we could just leave the Corvega somewhere a little distance away, take the parts that make it run, and then go walk on foot.
So we're going in loud.
Fuck it. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter either way.
At this point, I think the people we were trying to hide from, we don't really need to hide from anymore.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and pull on. Let's just go ahead and pull on in. If it gets hairy, we just go ahead and pull back out. We park the thing in. We go ahead and go at another angle.
Either way, all the disguises are in the trunk, and I did promise Louise we'd stop by the museum on the way.
Louise just
Oh,
gives
there
us a
might
look
be
like,
all kinds of fun stuff in there. Yeah.
little internal happy dance and be like, yay, scavenge.
Well then, let's all pile in and see how this will go.
Louise will get in next to Apex.
Apex slowly rocks back and forth, waiting for the window to go down.
Is this
I
car?
will
Wait,
take-
is this power windows or is this one of those rolly window things?
Very important. Have to tell me, Connor.
It's power windows.
Yes, I knew it.
It's
Cynthia will adjust the mirror, look at Apex.
I look
in-
at you
in the
knowing.
rearview mirror.
I look at you with excited dog eyes.
And without looking, she moves her hand over, clicks the button.
Head immediately out.
Slowly, the window goes down.
Yeah, his nose would like nuzzle at it until it opens.
The moment the windows are down, I'm throwing an arm out. That's what I'm doing.
All right, you get your respective comfortable positions when getting ready to drive. Dave gets in the front seat and buckles his seatbelt and puts his hands in his lap and waits patiently.
Cynthia kind of walks him through how to turn on the car, what the various different things in the car do, how the wheel works, how the is it automatic or is it stick?
These are questions I don't think even Fallout's answered.
Well, it's based off of a real car, but I don't know what that real car is.
Probably a
think it's-
Corvette. I'm thinking of Corvega. Like, that's what you'd think, right? Like, Corvette, Corvega, right? And if that's the case, then a Corvette's a stick shift.
Yeah.
Well, then
that
it would
sounds right.
be a stick in that case, yes.
Then she will explain how the. Oh wow! I almost really dyslexic
The
those
shtick?
words in a not good way.
Over stick.
Not that. But yeah, she'll show him how the. Oh wow! I almost said it again. Stick shift works, and how to maneuver all of that.
Okay. I think I get it.
Good. Now I'm gonna drive us to the museum, and I might have you give it a whirl when we get there. Just to drive in a circle or something.
Okay. I could
Just
probably
Pay
go
close
around
attention.
do a couple of rounds in the parking lot. All right. And I assume you start the car.
Yep. And heads off to the museum.
Alrighty. And so you leave the familiar comfort of Riverside and head back on the lonesome wasteland road once again. The drive does not take long at all. It takes you a matter of minutes, actually, to get to the Lewis and Clark Museum. It is actually on the river as well. As you pull up, it's not a huge building. The site you see before you is a rather old wood and rock building, with a sign out front that says Lewis and Clark Boathouse and Museum. There appears to be a few small monuments and placards out in the front entrance. There are no doors, just two large entryways that lead into the rather spacious bottom level, which appears to be the boathouse of this establishment.
Ash should be scratching his head.
I don't understand.
Understand
Boats
what?
were vehicles. Why did they need houses?
Well, to keep them dry.
But they go in the water.
Right, but if anything is in the water for too long, bad things happen.
Sounds like a terrible vehicle.
It's a very helpful vehicle but it does require more maintenance than a car might. Or a different kind of maintenance, rather.
I want to see where boats live. And he starts walking towards the boathouse.
All right.
Heavens me.
Ignore the horse.
Let's go to the boathouse.
And you all
Maybe
head to
horses live
the...
in the boathouse.
Maybe.
Cynthia tries to get Dave to do a little, just like drive in a little circle.
Driving a little circle? All right, I'm going to have Dave perform a driving check here. Okay, that's a minor success. It takes him a while to get used to. He, like, stops and starts a few times. He's a little intimidated by the power of this vehicle, but then he slowly starts, making loops, and he appears to have certain control over it. He's not at a level where you'd think you would trust him with going anywhere substantial just quite yet, but he seems to be getting the hang of it pretty quickly.
Hey, look at you.
Well, this is quite interesting.
I knew you'd pick it up quick.
He just gives a little smile as he tries to pull it into a parking space, and he's a little crooked. And seeing as there are no other drivers, he just shrugs and parks it, gets out, and follows you. Location-wise, this is actually quite close to Riverside. Easily within walking distance. And as you enter, you see what you would recognize, Cynthia, as a old wooden boat. It's got sort of like old Wild Western canvas backing at the back of it. Appears to be a very short vessel, probably only about 8 or 9 people could fit comfortably on one. It's got an old ruined sail. The wood looks like it's seen better days, and it does appear to have a few holes in it. It is not, probably not a safe vessel by any stretch of the imagination to go sailing on, but it is floating here in this little boathouse.
Wow. Haven't seen one of those in a long time.
Damn, that's a real nice piece of kit there.
The house did not protect it. It failed.
Apex.
Apex can only do so much against time.
And basically a nuclear apocalypse.
I'm simply stating it was not built to last in the environment it was in.
Damn, real is nice.
I approach the boat.
You
Looking
approach the
for any
boat.
signs of life around it.
You know, Apex.
Go for it.
You know, Apex, the car is kind of like a land boat.
Yeah, no,
Does
she
the
has a
car
right of it.
Does the car need a house too?
I mean, it does help protect the car. Getting dust and debris inside all those working parts isn't very good for it, so in a way, it's nice to keep it inside.
Yeah, they're called garages, Apex.
Right. Just the same as you and I could certainly stay outside all the time, but we feel better when we're inside at night, you know?
It's like a shelter for a boat. Now, mind you, I didn't think this shelter was meant to he waves a hand at the wasteland in general. All this, but you know, still is amazing. Things still floating along.
Out of curiosity, have there been any are there any signs of life or anything around this boat as I'm approaching and looking at? I'm looking for like tracks in the mud and things like that.
Go ahead and roll me a wits check for this.
Wits. That's a 12.
Oh.
Well,
Ooh, witty.
you with your keen eyes and ears out, you do hear a light shuffling coming from above you. You hear the sound of footsteps hitting wood. It doesn't appear.
Familiar shuffling.
No.
Oh.
It does appear to be slow though.
I'm simply saying, since I spent time studying the oh god, what were the crabs called?
Mirelurks.
Mirelurks.
No, there do not appear to be any signs of mirelurks here. At least not that you saw.
The building, this museum, is it just this building, or?
It is just this building. Yeah, you see,
Okay.
there are stairs that
So,
lead up to
well-
an upper level of this building.
Ah, okay.
There's something living inside of it.
I say, just kind of like pressing my ear up to it, listening to it like God, I can't remember the actors. Like the scientist listens to the dying Triceratops in Jurassic Park.
Oh.
Now
Oh
that
yeah.
Apex has pointed that out, can we hear the footsteps too?
Now that it's been pointed out to you, yes, you can in fact hear the footsteps. It's just a simple.
Huh. Can we discern what those footsteps might belong to?
Humanoid, otherwise?
Yeah, like creature, or is it like big heavy thing?
I got a 12
Not-
on my roll, so
Apex, you could probably discern that this is maybe a two-legged creature and doesn't appear to be very heavy or very
and you said
aggressive
this
in its
is all-
plodding around.
You said this is on the second level of the boat?
Yes.
Bipedal. Bipedal. Doesn't seem aggressive or particularly.
it doesn't seem like it's like doing anything really. It's just kind of pacing.
Do y'all want me to?
Louise will pull out her shotgun. Well, can't be too careful.
Do y'all want
Is
me to
there-
throw a hand in the fire? Because I can throw a hand in the fire real quick.
How do you
We
mean?
don't know what it is. I mean, it.
Let's just call
look
out to it, see what
first.
happens.
Dibs.
And
All right.
Bastion starts rushing towards whatever entrance he can find for the boat.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and follow behind
Louise
Apex.
Louise will
It
put
should
a
be fine.
hand. Louise will put a hand to Apex's shoulder and put a finger to her lips, and then raise up her shotgun, like, you know, obviously, quietly. I'm gonna be backing you up.
Nods. And then
Cynthia-
continues to quietly, hurriedly try to find a door.
Okay.
Cynthia just kind of shoves Dave behind her and like has one of the assault rifles up.
He'll just sort of be crouching down and looking submissive, but he'll be behind you and he'll stay with you.
Casual state of Dave.
Apex, as you're looking around for an entrance, where would this be? You do find sort of a, it's sort of like a semi-open area that appears to be an old gift shop.
Do I find any more like really grungy, nasty looking t-shirts?
Let's find out.
Just a casual glance right now.
A casual
since
glance.
I have a mission in mind at the moment.
You find
On the way out.
You do see a sort of like a reddish, almost brown at this point from years of just existing, centuries even of existing. A shirt depicting the historic Lewis and Clark Trail that led all the way from Washington to Missouri.
Just kind of casually grab it as I continue to try to find the entrance.
Okay. You have the shirt that denotes the 3,700 miles of the historic Lewis and Clark Trail.
Oh.
America bought Louisiana, and all I got was this stupid shirt. All right, continuing to find the...
You also see a set of stairs that appear to lead up.
I travel up.
Okay.
I am right behind Apex.
Your careful footsteps glide quietly up these cement steps, and you get up to what appears to be a very well lit room. Immediately catching your eye is the large panes of glass that let in a lot of the sunshine and pretty much brighten this entire top level. You see old like wooden standees of like stuffed foxes and cartoonish depictions of early American settlers and lots of framed pictures. Old handmade wooden benches and a lacquered wood floor. All of these depicting various historical settings, presumably from the Lewis and Clark expedition, and turning somewhat quickly around to gaze around the room. I'm just gonna... You said you were doing this quietly?
Quietly as possible.
Alright.
Want me to roll for that?
Go ahead and roll wits, then.
No, I'm not very quiet. That's 2 nat 1s and a 5.
Oh my god.
Well,
I have a +3, so yeah.
This will make a lot of sense because it makes sense. Somewhat startled at the sound of a door opening, this very old man turns to look at the door. Can I help you?
I take it by his reaction that he does not quite see my face or what I am wearing.
He does appear to be wearing rather large glasses, and he like squints and leans forward. It appears he has some sort of cane. Ignore the horse.
It's his horse.
It very well could be his horse.
River horse.
The outfit he's wearing is rather eye-catching, as it appears to be sort of a old-timey naval overcoat that is navy blue with red trimmings. It appears to be worn from years of just being. And he's also wearing like a little tricorn hat.
Bastion will reply, like slowly, I didn't realize somebody lived here.
Oh, a visitor. Welcome. It's been quite some time since I've had someone come down to the museum.
Louise kind of takes this in and lowers her shotgun.
Yeah, Alvin just has a hand on his shotgun with a slow lower. Like, I think we're fine.
Louise puts, or Cynthia puts all guns behind her and kind of looks at Dave like, it's fine.
Alvin unclenches his fists.
Bastion remains
smiles
somewhat
warmly.
defensive, not knowing if this could be a trap.
Oh, there are more of you. Welcome, welcome. I wasn't expecting this many visitors. You're not scavengers, are you? You're not scavengers, are you?
That depends on what you have.
Luis looks away and sort of just coughs.
Apex, that's a robber.
We don't aim to take anything that's going to inconvenience you.
Oh,
That's
good.
the answer.
I don't think you'd find anything of value in here anyway. This is all mostly for historical purposes.
Oh, all right.
Well, since we're here, would you mind giving us the grand tour?
Oh, well, I'd love to. Yes, of course.
He's so happy.
Well, he clasps his hands together and smiles as he waddles over to you on his cane. This is the Lewis and Clark Boathouse and Museum. As you can see, we've got displays of the historic journey from back in 1804.
Wow.
Oh, heavens.
Yes,
And I didn't catch your name either.
Charles Madden.
What was the last name? I'm so sorry.
Madden, like you're angry, Madden.
Ah.
Yes, you can call me Charles, though.
Of course.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm Cynthia.
Cynthia, what a lovely name. What a beautiful young thing you are. And the rest of you.
Oh, I'm Alvin Bronson. I'm one of the St. Louis machinists up in Riverside.
Oh, Alvin, I've heard about you. Yes. And I don't live terribly far away. I did stop by the town. I've heard your name spoken once or twice.
Well, that's fantastic. It's good to meet you, Charles.
Yes, good to meet you as well.
I am the Apex.
Alex? Is that what I heard right? Alex?
I am the Apex.
Ape?
Yes.
Is that like a foreign name?
It is mine. It
It
is a title.
I see. The Apex, you are welcome in my establishment. It's nice that people from all around have come to learn. And you, young woman, with the haircut.
She's just like, oh, right, the haircut.
Haircut.
Louise, I'm in appraisals.
Louise. My wife's name was Louise, God rest her soul. Well, welcome to my establishment. You said you would like the tour.
Of course. Oh, and this is Dave as well.
Yes, hello, sir. Dave. You wonderful young people coming to learn more about the ancient past. Welcome. Let me...
Have you been living in this place?
Oh, no, I'm merely the caretaker, and I perform most of the duties. My wife usually joined me, but unfortunately she passed a few years ago, and now it's just me, and, well, never was blessed with any children, so I was
always hopeful that someone would come along that I could pass down the knowledge to about this place and this historic journey.
What
Well.
killed your wife?
Oh, you know how it is. Living in this kind of place for long enough is sure to catch up to you one of these days. We're not quite sure what it was, but we just chalked it up to age.
So you've been here alone for a while?
A few years, 2 or 3. I still miss her dearly, but enough about my old sob story. You're here to learn about the William Clark and his partner Lewis on their approximately 8,000-mile journey.
Good lord.
That is a long journey.
It
What
is.
their car like?
They didn't have one. They trekked through caravan and on foot across 11 states.
My goodness, that's quite a long trek.
Yes. Allow me to show you where this all started. And he sort of hobbles over to a wall that contains a bunch of old newspaper clippings and documents and old placards containing depictions of the 2 explorers and the people they met along the way, and he gestures with a shaky hand. The Lewis and Clark expedition began in 1804 when President Thomas Jefferson asked Meriwether Lewis with exploring the lands west of the Mississippi River that comprised the Louisiana Purchase. Lewis chose William Clark as his co-leader for the mission. The excursion lasted over 2 years. Along the way, they... yes.
Is it all going to be this?
What do you mean?
Cynthia immediately
Ratchet looks at the group.
Cynthia elbows Apex in the ribs so hard.
Ow.
Sorry, Apex forgets to shut up while people are giving a presentation. Please go on, and we'll make sure that Apex can't interrupt for the entire presentation.
Just look, I'm like, why?
Alvin's just kind of just leaned one shoulder against the pillar of his arms crossed, just listening to the guy go on, just wow, I can't believe we're actually getting the experience. This is kind of crazy.
Of course.
So yeah, Cynthia's gonna keep shooting Apex looks shut the fuck up every time he tries to interrupt or ask questions that aren't pertinent to Lewis and Clark.
And so you're just standing here and listening to this old man tell you about Lewis and Clark?
Yes.
Oh yeah, read the entire Wikipedia article, Connor,
I
in
asked
great
for
detail.
the full tour, and I'm gonna have it so that sweet little old man can live his life's purpose and feel happy about himself for one day.
In today's session.
Louise will sidle up to Apex and just be like, "Do you want to check out the gift shop?"
I nod and slowly back away.
Just very quietly just back away.
Cynthia grabs
old
both
man.
of their shirts and
I normally
pulls
don't
them
say
back.
this, but I cannot
You grab by
wait
my
to
you
see
grab
the
by my
YouTube
shirt.
comments.
Which shirt do you grab?
One of them, I don't
Hold
know.
on. I will roll wits. If you beat me, you get the right shirt.
Fine.
13.
What is it, wits, you said?
I'm rolling wits. You can roll body, I guess.
No. 10. Shit.
Aha! You get my Lewis and Clark tourist shirt. This was draped out of my pants.
I cannot wait to look at the YouTube comments for this one.
But she
in
does
which
get
the party-
Louise.
I will roll wits as well.
Damn
I
it.
will flavor this somehow, but let's see. 14!
Oh my
Yeah, we
god.
No, 13, no! Come on!
The old man hardly notices as both Louise and Apex slip out to go to the gift shop.
We're the cool kids on the field trip.
You
Jerks who don't want people to be happy with their lives and tell their stories.
Yeah. you turn
okay,
around.
whatever.
Be happy with
Whatever.
you two. And Dave.
Yeah, huh?
Uh-huh. Oh no, we'll remember this. Cynthia and I will remember this for.
Oh,
You're
yes.
into it!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Don't blame me for not sneaking away.
Has nothing to do with being into it, and is all about this sweet little old man who's
Who
using
is
his whole
getting
life
to
to upkeep
tell-
this museum. You wanted to come here, Louise.
fault. That's his fault. He made the choice.
Look, Alvin. Look. Alvin Bronson is stunned. Not only at the fact that there is an old man just chilling up in this place, but also stunned that there's actually, in the goddamn wasteland, a museum that is still being ran as a museum. Do you know what that means to him? That is golden. That is squad gold.
And you
And
guys
Alvin
are trying to
can
go to the
enjoy that.
gift shop, and it's not even open because the only employee is telling his whole life's purpose to us right now, and you're not even listening.
Is the okay?
Correct.
In
Connor,
which the
family
party-
friendly. Is
prosperity.
the
In
gift
which-
shop open?
In which the party's dynamic gets completely ruined by a side quest.
Yeah, that
Oh,
sounds
no.
like tabletop. That sounds
My
like
fault.
tabletop to me.
Sorry, what was the
Then-
question?
Is the gift shop open?
It's how we got in here.
Please tell me
you-
it's locked so they can't
Apex
go in.
Apex went into the gift shop when you guys came in. That's how he got the shirt.
Man,
Yeah.
Shit, yeah, let's go! I'm gonna roll scavenge. But not, well, no, I'm not gonna roll scavenger. I'm just gonna roll regular search.
Okay.
Cynthia is very disappointed.
Ah,
Alvin and
That's
Cynthia will
right,
remember this.
Karma. Coming for you immediately with 2 ones.
I'll have you know,
It is-
whatever I took, I was gonna leave caps for, okay? I'm not
it is-
that much of a horrid person.
Louise, it's much like how he stated earlier. There is not a lot of stuff here worth taking.
He does not seem like the type to have been able to defend the things that he might have wanted to defend.
You know, Louise is gonna think about that sweet old man for a second, and she is gonna leave 5 caps, regardless.
Okay.
Bastion is
You
going to
leave.
create a pile of those shirts and just make a little bed for him to lay in while everybody else listens about Lewis and Clark.
It pans back up to the upper landing, and terror, injuries, starvation, disease, both friendly and hostile Native Americans, but nevertheless the approximately 8,000-mile journey was deemed a huge success and provided new geographic, ecological, and social information about previously uncharted areas in North America.
I want to imagine that me and Apex saddle back up to the group, and Apex has like 2 more shirts.
Kind of sounds like there are people doing something like that right now in the wasteland. Probably just cartographing what changed after everything went to what it is.
Well, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
You can say that again. Huh. Well, this has actually been kind of pleasant. I didn't think this was going to be our thing today. Huh.
It's been a pleasant change of pace. Thank you so much, Charles.
Are there any animals nearby?
Ah, well. Come to think of it, actually, there is, I've been getting some worrying reports of Mirelurks that were heading this way. I haven't personally dealt with any Mirelurks, but, well, I've wanted to fix up
the old boat downstairs and take it for one last spin before these old bones give up. But with the Mirelurks down the river near Earth City, I've been hesitant.
Cynthia immediately shoots a look at everybody like, we have to, please.
Bastion's finally on board. He gets to go see more Mirelurks.
Well, what kind of person would I be if I didn't go ahead and help out a man's request like that?
Oh, well, it wasn't a request, really, but if you were to clear out the Mirelurks down the river, I would be right pleased.
Well, we'd love to, and it won't take us any time at all.
I'm sure Toby Blunt's fine.
It'll take us no time, and we'll continue.
Meanwhile, he just has
on
like
to
a car
Westport.
battery. He has a car battery strapped to his testicles.
This is Toby Blunt saying, I'm in danger.
There's this one marauder going, even his screams sound wonderful.
Toby Blunt saying, please don't kill me.
You're scraping the skin off of my skull.
What time is it about?
It'd be about a little bit after noon. At this point, I'd say it'd probably be about 2 o'clock.
Louise just sort of shakes her head and just looks at all of you with this fond sort of what's the word? Exasperation. I love you guys. It turns to the old man. So, seeing as how it's getting a little late, how about we go clear out some Mirelurks, and if needed, would you mind if we crashed here for the evening?
Well, yeah, I certainly wouldn't mind. It's not a rush. If you would like to stay, I suppose you're the first visitors I've had in a long time here, but I wouldn't mind. Place is plenty spacious.
Charles, you said you still need to fix up the boat a bit, right?
Yes, my Louise was a bit of a shipwright herself. She came down further south where boats are a more common method of exploring their swampy wastelands down near New Orleans. But ever since she passed on, the old boat's been in disrepair.
So, about how long do you think it'd take for you to get the boat in ship shape? Theo's like...
Oh.
Oh, I didn't even... Yes. Made a funny by accident.
Cynthia's just like so tickled at how cute he is that her eyes go pink.
I would have to say, if some of the lumber needs to be replaced on the boat, some holes need patching, and the sail has seen better days as well. I'm not sure how long. I don't have any of the materials here except for the sail.
Well, why don't you get to working on patching up the sail? Give us a little laundry list of things to pick up, and we have to head to Westport, and we can pick up some supplies, come back, and we'll clear out the Mirelooks on the way back. How's that sound?
Well, if it sounds like you've got a pretty good plan. If you could get some planks of wood, some wood varnish, and probably some nails would do you well. On top of all that, that would take care of most of the problems. I could use what I've learned from my wife's long nights working on the ship to see if I can't give you a head start.
Well, I think that sounds reasonable, don't you all? She looks at everyone else.
I think that sounds well with me. Here, before we leave, I'll let you go ahead and I'll let you go ahead and have a rummage through my tool belt. Maybe there might be something in here that might be able to help you out.
Depending how against us the city of Westport is, it might be easier to get those materials than we think.
Mm-hmm.
Above game, couldn't we just also... I hate to do it since we just left, but I feel like we could get that shit for free at Riverside.
We probably still have to pay for that amount of supplies.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll hit that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'll say the goodwill of the town is not infinite.
Yes.
But we were heroes. I got free coffee.
Yeah, but you didn't save Riverside. You just killed a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like heroes.
And heroic murder can only be a currency for so long.
Yeah.
Play Dragon Age, you know how this pulls out. Well, Charles, it sounds like the beans are in the pot, and we can go ahead and get a boil on that. You want to go ahead and look through some of my? You want to look through my tool belt a little bit, see if there might be a couple things you might be able to find to help you out.
I think I've got everything I need here. It's mighty kind of you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes. Was there anything else I could help you with? Perhaps you'd like to pick up a gift from the shop downstairs.
Slowly turns to Apex.
Look back at you.
She stole the shirt.
And I walk away.
How much are the shirts?
Louise just looks like I've been betrayed.
No, I pointed at Cynthia. Cynthia stole the shirt from me that I rightfully stole before I knew they were owned.
Alvin will just shake his head and look at Cynthia. I'll go ahead and make sure. The car's all fit to kit real quick. Make sure no more rats are digging around over there or whatnot.
Charles, how much are the shirts that Apex seems to have acquired?
These shirts are quite rare, and but demand is low, so I'll only charge you 2 caps each.
Looks at Louise. Did you leave caps already, or do you need to hand him
She
some?
puffs out her chest and just sort of pulls her arms in front of her chest. Actually, I did.
Oh, and how many did you leave?
Puffs her chest out even further. 5.
And how many shirts did you take?
Turns around. Hey, Apex, how many did you take?
I only took the 1.
Puts her thumb back in his direction. What he said.
Then I believe there's caps waiting for you down in the gift shop already.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You're my first customers in I can't even remember how long.
Well, my goodness.
Well,
Oh, dear.
if there is nothing else I can do for you, and well, if you want the extended tour, I'd be happy to give it. But you seem like you're in a hurry.
Our honks outside.
Louise is just sort of like, rain check that, sir. I'm sure when we head back to help you out again, we'll have time for that.
Good looking out, Apex. I was planning on testing out that horn anyway, buddy.
Well, I wish you luck and stay safe, and thank you for your patronage and for listening to this old man ramble.
It was a delight. Thank you so much, Charles.
You're a sweetheart, Cynthia.
And with that, I guess we'll head on out.
Alrighty.
And you leave the museum.
I learned how to make the car bark.
Good job, buddy.
All right.
My DMX
And
car.
I assume you depart after you leave the museum proper.
Indeed, Dorito.
All right.
In diddly doos.
As you pull out of the parking lot and begin the drive to Westport Plaza, this is where we are going to take a quick break.
Alrighty.
Opa.
I'm gonna check out how my little furry buddy out in the front yard is going.
Do.
All right.
I'll go get a munchie.
I'm coming for you, chat.
Why are you all saying his wife's in the boat?
What?
She's not.
What?
You're reading chat. They're like, yeah,
No,
he definitely
oh.
killed his wife.
They thought they thought he killed his wife. Nah, he doesn't strike me as the type.
No.
I was digging for it, but
Dolores, you failed me for the last time.
No. No.
don't ruin the old man.
No. He's sweet. Don't make me sad.
His wife is the boat. Oh.
No, she
like,
passed away a few years ago. Come on.
What was that game? Cyber Commando? Where his wife was his arm the whole time.
Mm,
Um.
I'm not making it up.
No, that sounds right.
Pretty sure
I
it's Cyber
have
Commando.
concerns.
Bionic Commando. That's what it was.
Bionic. There we go. It was something along those lines.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go refill my water because I'm sweating a lot. Be right
Fair
back.
enough.
Hey.
Mr. Steak, how can you stand to be in here, buddy?
Hello, chat. Connor, that old man is so precious.
Thank you.
Ugh.
I
would
love the
fight
young
bears for him.
people.
Oh, he's so cute. Is everyone taking a little breaky poo? Is this the Caitlyn halftime show? Y'all stuck with me now. Although Connor can hear everything, so it's kind of like cheating. Oh snap! What is, chat, your favorite type of cheese? I'm like a Havarti Munster type person. So good. Nacho cheese? Ooh. That is very good. The Caitlin Show, brought to you by Nuka-Cola. That was like the calm commercial version. Smoked? Oh, smoked Gouda? White American cheese? Kasu Martsu? What is that? Pepper Jack is delicious. Havarti is great. Commodore Madden. It ain't no party without Havarti. Correct. Gouda or mozzarella. Fresh mozzarella? Mwah. Beautiful chef's kiss. Buffalo cheese. Like cheese from buffalo milk. A nice blue. Poutine cheese. Poutine. Like poutine with the french fries. I almost said chips. Fave cheese, like asking who's my favorite kid. Do you have kids? Pepper Jack. Paper Jack. No, his wife on the boat. He goes out to sail and blows it up to join her. No, 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 no. No. On sandwiches has to be baby Swiss, and grilled cheese Munster is king, but I can't help but love blue cheese on burgers and salads. True. I feel like Swiss is very aggressively strong in a way that I like it when it's with like a pressed ham sandwich that's hot. That's some delicious stuff. Maggot cheese. Baby man, what spicy feelings are you having that make you say that? I'm saying pepper jack manchego. Good choice. Extra sharp cheddar. Basic bitch. But how is that basic bitch? Cheddar is just, it's good. Cheddar. Poutine isn't exactly cheese, it's cheese curds. That is true. Cheese curds are of the gods. They are misshapen and beautiful in their own way.
There we go.
Sharp cheddar and Mark, cheddar and coffee? Yeah, Swiss with ham, just on a croissant, like a...
Ooh, a croissant.
So like a toasted, so you cut the croissant in half and you toast it. And then you put on the cheese. Then you cook the ham in a pan so it's like a little crisped on the outside and it kind of caramelizes a little bit. Then you put that cooked ham into the croissant with a little bit of mayo and a little bit of mustard. And it already has the Swiss on the croissant that's been toasted so it melts on it while you're cooking the ham. Delicious.
Holy shit, that sounds great.
I take food so serious, it ain't even funny.
Yeah, me too. I don't just half-ass cooking. I whole-ass cooking. You know what I mean?
All the time.
Exactly.
Have you guys had a baked brie?
No, I can't say I ever have.
Okay. Imagine a whole, like, wheel.
Okay, lay it on me.
Brie. And then you take that roll-out croissant, dough, and then you wrap it around the brie. But on top of the brie, you put like a fruit jam and walnuts, and then you wrap that shit in the croissant dough, and then you bake it. So that when you pull it out, you can like cut a little slice of croissant cheesy, like jam and walnut goodness. It's so
that
good.
sounds decadent. I like that.
It's
never done
very
the
good.
thing. Sounds good though.
Oh, you haven't had it? I thought you said I don't think I'd like it, and I was like,
I've never really
what?
done. I've not done the brie thing before. I know there's a thing where you can like bake brie in it. You know, you dip stuff into it.
Sarah.
Last thing I really threw my gut out to cook was beef Wellington.
Beef
I
Wellington's
would like
hard.
to try that someday.
It was. I had to go ahead and like equate a time. You don't just cook a beef Wellington. You plan a beef Wellington.
Yes,
That's what that is.
That getting the layers correct so that the bottom of the, I think it's croissant, right? Like the kind of flaked.
It's puff pastry. It's puff pastry.
Yes, puff pastry. That on the bottom, it's still not totally soaked through. You've got a little bit of crispness on the bottom.
Yes.
It's like a whole
meat
thing.
pie again.
I like it took so long for me to cook, but like first time I tried it, nailed it, knocked it right out of the park.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I know we've said it, but I keep saying to Rabbit he should come over and visit us in LA, and it's like cooking party.
We
I'm
should
back.
really just
Oh
really
my-
just like pitch
my
to
God.
Gen Con to bring us out and do some like live tabletop stuff, and then we can stay at my parents' house and just cook food there.
Oh my god, I would die. I would love it.
What a treat!
I will make you anything you want. Chicken dumpling stew, my jambalaya, you name it. I will throw
Oh
it
my
on
god,
there.
it'd just be so much food and D&D.
Oh my god.
What are you making? Cheeseburger soup!
I'm gonna go grab water and then I'll be right
Cheeseburger
back.
soup is one of those things where I'm like, that doesn't sound good on paper, but then every time I try it, I'm like, this is so fucking great. Like,
It's one of my favorite things to make. I love the recipe I found. It's like, oh, it's so good.
My buffalo chicken soup is stupid good, but it's like nowhere near healthy.
that's how most cooking is. It's like, this tastes delicious. I'll die soon,
I like soups, honestly, now.
but I love it.
Lemon chicken orzo soup I'm fond of now, and there was a there was a Swedish salmon soup I made that I was like, this is awesome. I need to make it again.
Now, my wheelhouse is cook pot cooking. You give me a pot and a bunch of stuff, I can feed half an army.
It has been a while since I've chosen a new recipe to fuck around with. Last thing I made new was like that homemade red velvet cake I was talking about that nearly killed itself on the way to my sister's.
I made when I went down last year to visit Sean and Punk and a bunch of other people that I knew. I made my chicken and dumpling stew for him, and my God, oh, that was the cock of the walk. I was like, you
Love
guys
me.
need Midwestern valley ass cooking. It doesn't get more valley than this.
I love me some chicken and dumplings.
I will make mine for you.
I want to make that again too. I made it gluten free for Caitlin. She got to have it.
Yeah, we're.
And I'll show you the recipe. I'll show you the whole 9 yards.
Oh, by the way,
Grab your face.
speaking of food, the Minnesota State Fair is this month.
It is.
Ooh, yeah,
I know we were talking about that.
Yeah,
a
we
little
did.
ago.
We
talk
were
about
talking
that.
about it.
Mm-hmm. We were. Top Steph.
I'm still super down for it because it would mean I could, not be in the house with no AC for me.
Fair enough.
Oh man,
Instead-
we could cook then.
Instead, you could
Oh,
be
God.
surrounded by thousands of people who are also eating.
I mean, I assume as long as I can find.
I
Some
feel like that's what you do
deep-fried
in
candy.
Wisconsin.
I want some
Okay,
deep fried candy bars.
I think they do have deep fried candy bars up there, but like a
Deep
majority
fried
of what you're
candy
going to,
bars?
a majority of what you're looking at
It's
in
the
the
state
Minnesota
fair.
State Fair is like deep fried dairy products.
Son of a bitch! I'm gonna leave Wisconsin. I'm gonna lose another organ, but it'll be worth it.
Do they have deep fried ice cream?
They do.
Probably.
I knew it. I mean, everybody like there's temper ice cream, and then when Chi Chi's used to. Does anybody remember Chi Chi's?
Mm-hmm.
The Mexicans
Yeah.
they had their fried ice cream thing going too.
Yeah, I do remember that. That was a long freaking time ago. But yeah.
I should try. No, I haven't made a souffle. I'm tempted to try because I know it's like one of the hardest things in the whole entire world to make.
It's
Ooh.
less difficult. It's less
Oh.
difficult than is implied. I make souffles frequently.
Oh, okay,
fucking
well-
hate making souffles. Every
I'm gonna
time I
make
try
that
a
thing,
souffle,
Lonnie.
it goes to shit.
I'm gonna
Every
make that
time.
thing, Lonnie, and just like text you and be like, "It was a nightmare. You lied to me."
You know, okay, maybe it's one of those things where you just gotta get used to it. I don't know. I've never had issue with it. All things are possible,
God, no. Every time I've tried to make a souffle, it's always gone up the crapper. Like, oh man.
And out it.
I can make pot pies though. I can make a pot pie like a son of a bitch. I just can't make it puff up and look fancy and bougie.
Like them fancy pot pies.
Oh my god.
Wow.
The
Pot
best way I've
pies.
ever heard souffle called one time is a soffle.
Seriously,
real hard
I want to
with
make a meat pie again. I really do like making crust by hand, and now I finally bought one of those butter cutter thingies.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What do they call those again? The,
Uh.
it's the wire. It's for when you have to bake with butter and you have to like shift it into the flour. I finally bought one of those things that does that.
Sieve?
What is that called?
I think
It's
they
not a
literally
sieve.
call it cutting the butter.
What is a butter cutter?
What's a butter cutter?
I don't know. A pastry blender? Pastry cutter?
No. It's
Pastry blender or dough blender? That's what it's coming up as. Although I'm seeing a lot of butter cutter too.
Butter cutter.
Butter
Pastry
cutter.
cutter. Oh my god.
One of them butter cutters.
Yo,
It's not
we got
out.
one of them butter cutters.
Pastry blender.
Yeah.
Pastry cutter. I don't know. It puts the butter. Otherwise, I have to use the cheese. I have to use the grater to put the butter into the flour. And I thought this might
For
be nice
what?
to have.
Blending the pastry.
Well, you know, some things have like butter, and you have to get the butter into the flour and get it fast enough that it doesn't melt into the butter, because then all the butter will just like melt out of the crust when you do it.
Oh yeah, no. There is like some weird alchemical tools that are used in baking that I just I scratch my head at so much.
Well.
I feel like to properly bake, I need to throw on like an alchemist robe and just like.
I have said, someday I'll move to England and I'll get dual citizenship and I will be on Great British Bake Off and I will horrify them.
God, I hope you do.
Everybody just super pleasant. You in the back, just arms out like Dio shrieking "Re!" Just like goblin.
What's your What are you making for Cake Week? Tomato soup cake. That's a thing, by the way. I'm totally gonna make that.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that from a 50s cookbook.
I'm fascinated by it. Anyway, is it about that time?
Is it about that time?
Might be about that time.
It might be about that time.
It might be about that time.
It is time, my friends.
And it was at
Ah, yes, that time.
All right. Well, if it's about that time, then
Bye, chat.
let's get back into it.
Be seeing you, chat. Ta-ta.
Oh, goodbye, chat. See you.
We will see you another time there, chat.
The car roars back to life, and you begin your drive down to Westport. Let's see if you're interrupted on the way there.
You better not be. Die Hard Dice.
I'm picturing us like on a Final Fantasy overworld map, and he's just like he's determining if we're gonna get a.
It's a chocobo.
Wow. I mean,
I wish to pet it.
more or less. All right. You pass by the James Edward HQ building.
He was certainly the Edward of James's.
Cool how we did that. No problems.
We just
And-
Tokyo drifted.
Eventually, you make your way to Westport Plaza itself.
What a cool and great thing to have done.
As we approach,
So should we park the car at a distance and enter on foot? Or are we just gonna drive straight through?
That's a good point.
How is everyone else feeling about it? I'm pretty sure our disguises are done for at this point.
I feel like it would make more sense to go ahead and pull up to the side abouts. Maybe on the outskirts, make a way in.
If we get too close with this vehicle, it would... They made a pretty big deal of it the last time we were here.
That's true.
Sounds smart to me.
Yeah, maybe just pull around, maybe up in those outskirts. Actually, it'd be kind of funny if we could find a garage or something. That'd be fun.
Well, then I suppose we'll find a place to park and walk in.
Sounds good to me.
nods.
All right, so you're parking inside or outside of the town?
Outside, because the last time we were here, we made a pretty big deal about that car existing, and the odds are there probably aren't two in the same area.
Yeah, I am inclined to agree. I was thinking like the outskirts, and then we go ahead and make our way in.
All right. You find an abandoned parking lot nearby to park the car in, where it'll be more or less blend in with the non-functioning cars that are still in that lot.
Now, do we go in through the front, or do we find our own way in?
Say finding our own way just to get a feel of how everyone is doing around now.
If we're lucky,
There must be-
security is fucked up because of things.
There must be kind of like maybe a side way or whatnot we might be able to go ahead and get up into. I think that might be for the best.
The real question is if they have any that are unguarded.
Guess we're
Well,
gonna see.
let's just mosey on down there and see. Worst case scenario, they're all guarded, and we can go ahead and decide from there.
Bastion nods and goes stealth mode.
All right. Go ahead and roll me wits for your sneaking around.
Cynthia will do
7.
the same.
I think
Gotcha.
I'm so good, but I might not be as good as I think I am.
You're
All
good
right.
enough.
5, so also not good.
Let me see. 8.
7.
Hey, most of us are in the same range.
Dave?
Oh.
Sleeping in the car. No, we left him at the museum.
Nuh-uh.
Tell me more about Lewis and Clark.
Hey,
He also
Is he
got a
just
minor
like
success.
our Otacon?
He looks very similar, actually.
I'm so happy.
wow.
But he got a minor success as well. I'll say that is 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. And so you're trying to sneak into the city at this point?
Well, right now, I'm just trying to case the area and see if I can find a spot that is either less, like an entrance, that is either less guarded or preferably has, like, no guards at it whatsoever, or even just, like, a broken, like, a crack in the wall, a spot that you could, like, climb in or something. I'm happy for all those things.
If it needs widened, I got a pair of tools strapped to my arms that can do that.
As you slowly case the town, you see more and more of the town guard outfits. There appear to be at least 2 guards at every feasible entrance to Westport at the moment. They appear to have upped security.
Alright, so after a while, we probably all meet back up.
Everywhere I checked seemed to have a heightened security.
Probably trying to maintain the slaves whose bomb collars don't do anything anymore.
Well, it might be dangerous, but I think of another way of maybe getting in.
Louise grins. Like this already.
Yeah, let's go ahead and try. Let's go ahead and see if the old way don't work. Hey, Connor. When I was crab walking around, were there any manhole covers?
What?
I love this.
Why were...
No, let him go with this. Let him go with this.
Okay.
Why
I want to
not?
hear what he's got.
Let me look.
I'm
got
just
it.
picturing Alvin crab walking now. Like,
We're gonna Mario this.
Things back back 2 years ago. Hey, Red Hand, yeah, you forgot you're sneaking around drugs. Thanks.
Oh my god.
I don't think there are drugs that make you sneakier, actually. I don't think those exist.
There one to
I
make you
think
move
there are.
faster really helped me.
I
have
do
to
have that
imagine-
one magazine that gives me plus something to stealth rolls.
I have to imagine that there are some, like, even if it's just like a concentration drug where it's like you're just a little bit more aware of the things around you. So you won't get caught as easy.
I think Mentats would be the closest thing.
Yeah.
Eto. Where would a manhole cover be in a place like this?
In a giant wasteland?
As a matter of fact, you do
Wow.
remember seeing or noticing that there were some grates that sort of flowed into a small sewer system beneath Westport. Also,
might be a little,
as you're making your rounds, around the town itself, you do realize that there is a rather large lake, or not a lake, more like it's just like a pond, but it is prevalent.
Mm-hmm.
Anything interesting seems like it's going on in there?
Floating
on it? Bubbles?
Does it look like it would provide us entrance to an
You-
unguarded portions of the city?
Go ahead and roll a wits.
I shall.
Roll it.
Who?
That is
Just-
an 8.
Are the rest of us rolling or just Apex?
If you want.
7.
Yeah. Alvin's looking at getting into places he's not supposed to.
9.
8.
Okay. The water's got to be flowing somewhere.
What do my synth eyes see?
There appears to be a functioning, like water fountain system in here that's sort of spraying water up in a pleasing pattern. You see, water is flowing under a couple of fixtures.
I do
That
love
look
water in a pleasing pattern.
that look like you could probably hide under.
Oh?
It would require a closer look to determine anything more than that, though.
Well, I'm seeing something maybe about that pond. We might be able to go ahead and get into the sewer system,
Could be our way
if
in.
I'm thinking.
Doesn't hurt to try.
Alrighty.
Let's give her a whirl.
Sorry in advance about your lab coat, Dave.
Maybe fold it up and carry it above, or... Although I guess, since Dave's not necessarily associated with us, you could sneak in untroubled.
I could try.
But we also don't know what's happening in Westport, so it could be dangerous in its own right.
They might drive me away with how many people might be at those gates, so that's what I'm thinking anyway.
Make a great distraction. We're on a different wavelength, I'm sorry.
Hang on one second, guys. Louise just wants to test something with this body of water we've never been to before. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna waste one of these. She pulls out one of her deviled eggs and just tosses it into the water.
You pull out one of your deviled eggs, you huck it in. Whoop. Nothing else seems to happen.
Doesn't
Okay, she
float
thought
in any
flashes
direction.
a thumbs up. Just checking.
Why would? Oh,
that's
yeah,
actually
no.
a good question. Does the water
That's
seem to
smart.
have a flow to it?
It does have a little bit of a flow to it, yes.
Harump.
Let's go in the sewer.
All right.
All right, sounds good to me. Let me just get on over here and get this manhole cover off. And away we go.
Bastion
All right.
jumps down.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Let's go.
Bada bada bada. Bada bada bada.
Ah, yes, the Gateway Brothers, just Apex and Alvin as Mario and Luigi.
Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go to the sewers.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so Dave
That's
is
Mama
Toad.
Alvin to you, Apex.
Dave
I
is
assume
Toad.
Louise is
Cynthia's-
Daisy because I don't think
Yeah.
she's proper enough to be Peach.
Yeah, Cynthia's Peach.
Louise is
Alrighty.
Daisy.
Don't you just want to go ape shit?
I just want to go Apex.
I do sometimes.
Who's Dave in this scenario? Is it Yoshi?
He's Toad.
No, he's Toad.
He's Toad.
Oh wait, he could
So
totally be
Toad.
Yoshi. He could totally be Yoshi though, like the guy that you like jump like when you go off the cliff and you just need that extra couple of inches of height.
No!
Stop trying to
No!
sacrifice Dave for your
really
crusades!
I really think he's a Toad. He panics easily. He's, he's like,
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, no, he would be Toad. Yeah, you're right.
He's
You're
absolutely
right.
Toad. Stop trying to make Dave something he's not, you know?
Love this.
uh,
Oh, all right.
You enter the damp, dark, poorly lit undercarriage of the sewers beneath Westport.
It smells
All right.
unpleasant.
Yeah, they normally are. I imagine they smelled worse way back in the day.
The answer is yes.
Yeah. This is always a handy way for getting into places and getting away from places. Way in the back win.
good
The
thing to
trick
keep in
is,
mind.
the trick is when you find an access point to go ahead and get back up, go ahead and crane your ear up and see if you hear anybody above you. If you don't, it's good to go. If it's not, well, you can either wait or keep rolling. Well, that was a pleasant briefing. Let's soldier in.
All right.
Alvin
Bastion's
says,
going to
clapping
try-
his hands together and
So
walking
is
forward.
it, how
gonna-
dark is it down here?
It is somewhat lit. There are like occasional floodlights set up to provide any maintenance workers down here a little bit of light. But it's pretty dark.
Forget, my Pip-Boy has a light on it, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It does.
I will turn that on then.
Did I
You-
bring a road flare or something? Or...
You flip a switch on your Pip-Boy and
Laughs at Alvin.
boom.
Turns it
Oh.
on and looks at Alvin like, yeah.
Oh! What the hell can't that thing do?
You know, a pale greenish tinted light erupts from Louise's Pip-Boy, and the way forward is illuminated. Although it'll probably be a bit harder to sneak with it on.
Is that the way towards the city?
Best guesstimate, I guess.
Let's see. From where we are. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Hey, Apex. Keep your ears out, okay? Let me know if I need to shut this thing off real quick.
I'll track ahead.
All right.
And I scamper off into the shadows.
I'll stick next to you, Louise. I'll go ahead and help guard the light.
Cynthia keeps Dave safe.
Keep Dave safe. Protect Dave.
Dave is safe.
All right.
Just
Apex.
hugging him a little bit harder with each saying of that line.
Yes.
Apex heads off before the rest of the group to scout out, and let's see what you got. Go ahead and make me a wits roll to try and find anything around here.
Wits. 14.
Woo!
14. Nice. You travel on through sort of an S-shaped large pipe before coming out into a bit of a larger room that appears to have a couple of beams supporting a ceiling. There is a floodlight illuminating a few parts of this room, but other than just the shallow dripping of water and the gentle flow of crud, you can't really sense much else than that, at least not in this part of the sewers.
I keep that in mind as they pull into eye shot. Like, as soon as I'm illuminated by the flashlight a little.
Nothing yet. No life. Continuing scout.
And I zoom ahead. I'm enjoying this far more than I should.
Louise is glad for Apex.
Yeah.
All right, you keep rushing ahead. Where? No. You move into the next room. Go ahead and give me another wits.
11.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Damn.
This room likewise does not appear to have anything dangerous lurking around in it. However, you do see a large metallic container that has like a big X on the front of it. It stands out to you as it stands in sort of a set of shelves in this room.
I approach it cautiously. Does it seem to be like emanating any sort of like noise or
No noise,
have
but
any function aside from being a large thing with an X on it?
it looks like something that has not been sitting here for years.
So
It looks like
newish.
Newish, yes.
As I hear them approaching,
Alvin,
Hmm? Hey, what's up?
this thing. What is it?
and I point to the large container.
Oh.
Him being the machine-y guy.
Oh, wow.
Alvin,
I'm gonna take a smarts roll while I overround this, unless you want.
I would say you don't even need to roll it. You would know what this is immediately. This is a metal gas canister.
Oh.
Moreover, if you approach it and you pick it up, you know that it is mostly full.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Holy crap! This is a full gas. This is a. Yeah, no, that's gas. It's a. Full... Damn, that's hefty too. That's fine. Oh yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff. Run a car. Well, you can run things with gas on it.
Is it attached to anything?
Well, let's. I'm gonna follow if it has any tubes sticking out of it. I'm gonna follow.
It does not. It appears to just be a singular gas canister.
Nope. It's all ready to go. We can take it with us if you want.
Oh, it's just like a. I'm sorry. I thought you said it was like large.
It's probably about like when you lift it up, it's probably maybe like 5 pounds.
Oh, okay,
yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking it was like maybe like one of those like 3-gallon gas tanks or something.
I thought I was coming up on something the size of like a tractor.
No. Definitely not that big.
Yeah. Carry it, Apex. Carry the entire propane tank.
Why
Oh my
would they
God.
just leave it here?
What was that?
Why would they just leave it here?
Well, a lot of good questions for that. Giving it a once over, it looks aged to crap, right? Like a bunch of dust and whatnot.
It actually looks relatively well kept.
Huh.
What does the room around us look like?
It's the room around you right now. Sorry. The room around you right now, you see a couple of like concrete support beams that are holding up the ceiling and preventing it from collapsing. After all of these years, you see the floor here is rather sparse. Actually, you're walking on a walkway on the side, as the floor below you seems to be mostly cruddy water.
I just wondered if this room looked like the sort of room where you would need a little gas can or something, like there was machinery or anything hanging around.
Not particularly.
I was originally going to say that maybe maybe this was here, when everything just went to pot, but this looks real nice. I'm guessing someone forgot it down here?
Unclear. But if they left it here, that means this area is traveled.
Though we haven't seen anyone else, so probably sparsely.
Hopefully.
Let's see. Let's take it with us for now. There might be something for this later.
I nod and grab it.
All right. You have a 3/4 full can of gas.
Awesome.
3/4 can of gas.
Also, if it has been traveled, Apex, that means we're on the right path.
3/4 gas can. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Would I freely know that gas is flammable?
Most of the
Very
world used
important question.
most of the world used to run on nuclear power. I'd say
I'd argue that I might just because of my
graphic
novels, but
I'd say it. Yeah, I'd say what it would be.
okay, good.
There's like, there would be petroleum companies like Red Rocket, Poseidon Oil, Poseidon Energy, that would have still used it. So I'd say it would be common enough that you would know.
All right then. I now have a 3/4 tank of flame juice. And I continue scouting.
All right.
Liquid of industry.
You push ahead before the rest of the group, and you come across a split. You could go either east or west.
No more waste. I'm just going to
actually. You could also continue going forward.
Oh.
With the light, is there any way to see down these 3 passages to see anything?
I am going to lick my finger and see if I can tell which way any air is coming from, which way it's flowing from.
The old Boy Scout trick.
I mean, that guarantees like knowledge of which way has the most open exit.
Make a wits roll.
Sure. 12.
12.
Nice.
The tunnel to the east seems to have a slight breeze coming from down that way, but it is very faint.
I wait for everybody else to catch up and I let them know about my discovery. That way it has the most airflow, which means that it is likely the largest opening. But that doesn't necessarily mean it leads us to the city.
Might lead to that pond.
It could.
Well,
Louise, does your Pip-Boy have a... Can we see where we are on the map from beneath?
Does my
the earth?
Pip-Boy give us that? Or just a general, you are here at
Do
Westport.
map.
The fantastic technology of the Pip-Boy can only really basically map out where you've been. So you've got a basic understanding of where you've been in this sewer, but not like a map or any sort of GPS radar positioning tools to benefit you.
Not even a compass?
I mean, we know which directions these go. He told us.
Yeah.
True.
Thanks, God.
Though I guess I meant to say like, I guess. Would I know which direction the city is? I guess would be my other question.
I guess we could make a wits roll, maybe. I mean, this is more of a counter question.
Well,
of like knowing which direction would lead us to the city the easiest.
From where you went in, go ahead and make a wits roll, I would say.
14 double sixes.
I will leave that info to the robot.
To your knowledge, the greater part of the city would be to the north of you.
So cutting straight forward then?
Ahead.
Correct?
Yeah, straight forward, straight north. Would be leading you towards the city. Or not city. It's not big enough to be a city. It's a town.
Straight. She says with unfounded pride.
Alrighty.
Bastion nods and continues going straight.
Okay. The way ahead of you continues for quite some time, actually. This section of pipe appears to be a bigger stretch than you initially thought. Okay. And eventually you come into what appears to be a much larger room like the one you were in previously, but there appears to be sort of a graded floor. And you can see now what look to be old water pumps and shelves for like a more traveled maintenance area, what appears to be.
So it is pretty well traveled then.
The more well-traveled it is, probably the closer we are getting to Westport.
Yeah, there do appear to be running machines here, so.
What kind of machines?
Old water pumps, gauges, probably meant to regulate or ventilate the sewers down here. You see now metallic shelves where just a bunch of old crap is laying about.
Then we may have a way in. If one of these things were to malfunction, perhaps they'd send somebody to check. And then we'd have access to a uniform.
Only one, though.
Or plan B, and, just look for an access grate and point it on in. Necessarily ain't gonna point their guns all at us.
I'd say we still can see if we can sneak in before bringing other people down here with us.
But let's go ahead and put this on the back burner in just case we just need to do a little bit of mischief, huh?
Whichever you all believe works best.
Honestly, I think that's a good idea. I just don't know if we gotta go ahead and fire off that shot yet. That's where I'm coming from, anyway. A lot of nice stuff. Connor, I want to give a looky-loo past these shelves. Or anything that looks half useful?
Go ahead and make a wits roll.
You got it. 8.
8. You find not a lot of the stuff really even seems feasible for like repurposing or anything. You do find a mostly intact tin can.
Nice.
Well, there's all kinds of bibs and tin can. These are useful. He just like with all the air of a man who's done it a billion times before in his life, he's just, while looking through the shelves, just one arm goes out, grabs the can, puts it in his tool belt.
You have a tin can.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, they are so useful.
Living that best life. Yeah, Mr. State.
The strongest wasteland dweller is the man who's truly able in the destitution arts.
Indeed.
Well, yeah, nothing else. I guess anything around here might be just odds and ends for probably these things. Alvin says, flicking a finger up against one of the pipes.
Shall we continue then?
I think that'd be best.
And off we head north.
All right. I'll keep staying close.
Onward.
To adventure.
All right. The room you're in actually has multiple exits. It's got 4 exits, actually, not counting the way you just came in from. There are 2 to the east, 1 to the west, and 1 to the north.
One to the north, I guess.
I guess I'll go up to the. You said there's an exit. Is it a door?
No, it's just tunnels that lead into different parts of the sewers.
Of the sewers?
Yes.
I'll go to the one at the north, and I'd like to roll to listen down it, see if I hear anything coming from that direction.
Okay.
Is that a wits roll?
Yeah, that'd be a wits roll.
7.
Other than the flowing of water that is just a sound that's purveying all around you, the gentle dripping of water, and the electric hum of machines. Not much else stands out to your ears.
No, I'm gonna be thorough. I want to go to the other two ones and do the same thing.
Okay.
I want to roll. I will roll once for each one. Another 7. And that's a failure.
You get pretty much the same outcome as all 3 of these. Notably now, as you are a bit closer, I'd say you'd all notice that it's just generally a bit noisier up here.
I got nothing, guys. Whatever you guys think, I guess.
Dave, any input?
What do y'all think?
Well, I've never been here before, so I wouldn't rightly know. Moreover, sewers aren't really my realm of expertise.
Specialty.
But I can, no, I got nothing.
Right. Well, I say Alvin chooses.
All right. Let's see. You said it's noisier up here, right?
It's just generally noisier up here with the hum of machines.
I'm gonna go to each entrance and just kind of just crane my ear a little bit forward, just to see if I can't hear any more noise, people talking, something that'll let me go. Yeah, that way seems to be best to go into Westport.
Okay, go ahead and just make me 1 wits roll.
Gotcha. 5.
You don't hear much else.
Let's see. We're already going north. What are my options, Connor?
You got 1 tunnel to the north, 1 tunnel to the west, and 2 tunnels to the east. You could also go back the way you came, which is to the south.
Okay. Well, north has worked well for us so far. Though I gotta say, those 2 double paths to the east do definitely look tempting. I think this would be the best. Is there anything, like any signs or anything somebody might have put up, maybe even before the war? Maybe like something that says like access port, or just like a sign someone scribbled that said Westport and Chalk or something? I don't know.
There does not actually appear to be any signs or any sort of indicators of where you are.
Okay. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like surface maps and tunnels and whatnot, and like you were here, things like that.
Yeah, there doesn't appear to be anything like that here.
Okay. Yeah, no, North's working well for us so far. Let's go ahead and just keep on going.
All right.
All right, you head north. I'm assuming Apex is leading the charge here.
I will gladly.
Okay. You head north, and the tunnel quickly sort of banks to the right in a L-shaped pattern before banking up once again, and you're soon moving north once more. And you come across another fork. There's a tunnel leading north and a tunnel leading west.
Cynthia just starts going north. She's like, I am tired of pathways.
I
I'm
was gonna
going
say,
north.
before everybody caught up with me, I was gonna give a listen, but then Cynthia starts walking by me, shrugs, follows Cynthia now.
Okay.
Hey,
You head...
Hey guys. I sort of start to think if we keep going north, we're just gonna go straight through the city and pop out the other side.
Cynthia stops.
That's what I'm thinking. I've been checking to go ahead and see if there might be a way we could pop up on one of these manholes or whatnot.
Turns back, takes the other direction.
Well,
South or west?
Before you
the
turn
one that
back.
we did not come from. Yeah. Oh, never mind.
as you ran forward.
Oh, okay. What did I do?
You hear a very familiar skittering. The
red roaches or more
hustle and the hustle and bustle and chittering of about 4 rad roaches as they appear to have taken notice of you.
They're back.
Can we just move down the west tunnel and away from them, and maybe they'll just leave us alone?
You can certainly run from them.
Cynthia stops, realizes what she's done, runs back, grabs Dave, and runs.
Okay.
Go.
Bastion is not running from rad roaches.
All right, you see there are 2 on either side of you and 2 that are a bit further in the room, and they all noticed you running out a bit away from the group. So, Cynthia, you're grabbing Dave and booking it.
Yep.
All right.
I will sort of, as much as I want to, I will very quickly and calmly say to Apex, Apex, much as I would love to squish some rad roaches, we can't be making noise right now. Let's go.
I will not make a noise. I literally killed 3 rad roaches on a side quest.
But the rest
These
of
things
us can't do hand to hand.
Well, it's because red roaches don't have hands; they have little feelers.
Oh my god.
All right, then. I am going to do the second best thing I can do and just attempt to scare them away with my aura.
You're gonna JoJo's them?
You're gonna
It worked
you're gonna Rayhatsu them.
They are skittering this way. You have walked past the apex. The apex stands in their way. What do?
Oh my god.
All right, so you're attempting to intimidate the rad roaches and get them to back off.
You know what? I'll also help Apex intimidate them if that'll help his role in any.
Alvin is Apex's stand.
Me and Apex are just gonna JoJo pose at these rad roaches.
I am covered like my armor is partly made out of the bodies of their fallen brethren.
I'm sure
I do not smell like easy food.
I'm sure they'll recognize that.
Let's see.
All right, and Louise, what are you doing in this situation?
I'm gonna back off because I'm not interested in firing my rifle or my shotgun and attracting attention. So I'm gonna see how these 2 do.
Okay.
I will
so,
hold my turn for now.
All right, so Cynthia, you're.
I will arm myself with my hunting knife.
Okay. You just prepare your hunting knife and get ready for anything?
Yes.
All right, Cynthia, you are acting defensively. You're trying to pull Dave out of harm's way and retreat back to the rest of the group. Go ahead and roll me a wits roll.
Ah, crumbs. Of course you would ask me to do that. It's an 8.
An 8? All right, you succeed. You manage to grab Dave and hurry him towards the rest of the group, but the 2 that are next to you quickly will begin to catch up to you, and you will take 1 point of damage. As their sharp rad roach incisors clamp down into your metal and scrape you up a little bit around your ankle. But you are backed up and into the rest of the group now, where Apex and Alvin are standing ready to sort of send them away with your Rayhatsu, so to speak.
Oh my god.
Alvin, why don't you go ahead and give me a charm roll first. Loop, damn you.
Okay.
Just give him the old how do you do.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see how well you can help out the Apex in this.
Hop. Back. 6.
All right.
Tried.
Unfortunately, you will not be providing the Apex any benefit here.
I'll look cool beside the Apex.
Apex, why don't you go ahead and roll me your... I believe you've got the perk that lets you roll intimidation with your body instead of your
Correct.
charm. So go ahead and roll that, but it's going to be at a -1 because these are dumb creatures.
Oh.
As a 12, sir.
Oh my god.
Sure enough, as the dim sewer light catches your eye beneath the mask, the insects sort of slow their roll a bit, and they don't proceed to advance any further.
My haki has stunned them.
And they seem to think better of advancing any further while you are in view.
I keep staring at them and I just ask backwards.
So do you want them dead, or are we going a different direction?
We can just leave and I'll not trudge forward next time.
Let's just head west for now.
Sounds good to me.
Go ahead.
I just keep staring at them as everybody else starts marching west.
Okay. Everybody else heads back. The red roaches, recognizing you as not an easy meal, will retreat back into the room where they came from.
That's all you gotta be to animals. Just don't look like you're easy prey. At least if they're predators.
That's why whenever I go hunting, I carry around a bandolier of grenades.
Yeah.
What?
No grizzly bear's gonna mess with you then. No
Exactly.
shit. That dude.
I'm sure the grizzly bear will recognize that you have grenades on you and know what grenades are.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude,
Well,
get
yeah.
it up.
Right on.
Because he's a grizzly veteran.
Oh my god.
Your move, Yugi.
Okay. So the rest of you have retreated, and you are moving down the tunnel to the west.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You come across what appears to be a small maintenance area that does not have any obvious exits. You see what appears to be another aluminum shelf with some odds and ends on it.
I will roll to do some scavenging. Not actual scavenger, but just, general roll.
Gotcha. Roll it.
12!
Nice. What you find here is... You find a box of Abraxo cleaner.
Ooh.
It is full.
It is the Abraxius.
Abraxo Cleaner. What does Abraxo Cleaner do?
It cleans Abraxos.
Mm-hmm.
Abraxo is a brand of, I believe, detergent.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like Ajax.
Ah, okay. Never know. Could be useful.
it's-
I don't know.
It is a small, dirty, teal blue box that says Abraxo.
It's the Abraxiast.
The Abraxius.
Braxo, taking the Braxes out of your sows.
Indeed.
Something. So that's
It
There's
is-
no exit out of this room.
Yeah, it's, other than your powdered detergent, unfortunately this appears to be a dead end.
Louise pockets it and says, well, got something out of it, I guess. Better double back.
Though we do want to kill the red roaches.
Looks to Cynthia. Okay, how bad do we want to go through that hole they were in?
It
We
was
could
the only
always.
path forward, wasn't it?
Well, in that
It might
direction,
be.
yes.
We could be going the wrong way altogether, and maybe it's one of those other tunnels we should try, but...
We could always go back to the room with the machinery, break something, and wait for somebody to come down and trail them out.
I wouldn't want to inconvenience Westport.
Why not? For a bunch of filthy slavers.
Slow turn to Cynthia, just like...
Everything about what we're doing here is going to inconvenience them.
You know he's got you there.
I'm inclined.
I just worry about people's water supply. The slaves would be affected as well.
Well, we're not going to go ahead and break it. Maybe it might just be as much as...
Tinkering?
What do you think? Just turning a knob, stopping the flow, somebody comes back down, turns it on, we just go ahead and trail them out?
That
Like
would be fine.
Something that looks like it would wear down normally.
I think it could be easy as shutting off the water valve and waiting.
Yeah.
Too
That one
obvious.
room with the 2 tunnels to the east. What if we turned off the water, went to that room, and just waited to see which tunnel the guy came out of, and then we can take the tunnel while he goes past us.
Sounds
Bastion
good
shakes
to
his head.
me. Oh,
If you turn off the water, it's too obvious that it's human manipulation. It needs to be a part that looks like it would break normally. If they think
I got
the
you.
person is down here sabotaging it, they'll be more suspicious otherwise.
right. Well, Alvin probably knows a thing or two about that, so we can leave it up to him.
That was my thought.
They probably have all kinds of things. I'm thinking, if not just turn the wheel and doing it like that, that's too obvious. Yeah, that might work. Let's get back to that room.
Bastion follows.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're retreating back to the multiple exit room, I assume.
Is
All
that
right.
the one with the machinery?
Yes.
Cool. Where's there to hide in this room?
This place
I'd
is
imagine.
rather dark. There are
Imagine there's,
also
like, pipes that climb upwards to like the ceiling and stuff. So
there are
Actually, we
also
could probably-
other tunnels in this area that you could
Yeah, I was gonna
potentially
say,
hide in.
we could probably hide in the darkness in the tunnel that we just took that went to the dead end, because I'm guessing that's not the right one. So if we stay in
Sounds
there,
good to me.
That's a smart doodly trick you got there.
It,
Oh, right.
you would know this. I'm not gonna make you roll for it because it'd be pretty obvious. It's not just. It'd be pretty hard to tell when someone is coming down that way. It's not just like in the next room. It would be. You would be like a minute away from where you would need to go in order to hear somebody. If you're going down to the dead end, it would be far enough away
no,
for it would,
not all the way to the dead end. I just thought in that tunnel, because I think that way is not the way he's gonna come. I'm gambling on that.
Okay.
But just further down that way in the dark so he won't see us.
Yeah.
All right. So you are in a room. It appears to have machinery and gauges where the needles are either steady or wobbling slightly.
All right. Knowing as a man does about machines and tubes and what goes into them, I'm going to go ahead and look for a valve or some emergency shutoff that would kind of just pop on just in case it would go ahead and like have a problem. You know, kind of like a regulator valve or a pop valve or something like that. Oh, with my screwdriver or something, I'm going to pop that to go ahead and just activate it so it would go ahead and just like stop up. just a thing that would turn on naturally. So they'd go ahead and come down and be like, the son of a bitch popped on again.
So you're looking for some sort of safety valve that would...
Yeah, son of a bitch. Yeah, they're also called safety valves. Yeah, there you go.
So go ahead and roll me a smarts roll to see if you would know how to do this without making it seem like deliberate tampering.
Gotcha. 1, 2, 3. Rolly, rolly, roll. Go. 8.
You're thinking you could do it. It might, depending on who they send down here, it could possibly tip them off that someone's down here. But
well, worst case scenario, they do, and we knock him out and take his clothes.
Apex is on a clothes stealing spree lately. I like this.
It really is. What? No.
It's from his graphic novels, okay? It's the easiest way to infiltrate enemy locations.
I don't know. Is there any way to help Alvin make this more realistic? Like,
yes!
What do you got?
You're a genius. Hey, Dave! Come on and help me out here a little bit. Maybe Dave can help out?
I'm not sure exactly what you'd want me to do here.
Let's see. Oh, damn it. The way I'm thinking about it is maybe between me and Dave, we can figure out a way to go ahead and make this look like a man didn't just manually trip the valve and make it look more natural.
I'll go ahead and
maybe
make
confer with him.
This isn't really his area of expertise, but I will roll for him.
Okay.
Gotta do some science.
It actually wasn't bad. He looks over at the large panel of dials and knobs and buttons, and he thinks for a moment. Maybe if I just adjust this ever so slightly.
Wouldn't that look man-made?
It wouldn't be enough of a difference, I think. Maybe if we only slow the flow, not stop it completely.
Alrighty. So...
It would, in a place like this, just based off of what you described, I'm sure people would complain about a low flow, and then...
Yeah, that's genius, actually.
The only thing I'm thinking of is how long will it take some maintenance guy to get down here? We have no way of knowing.
Are there any parts that look weak that say an animal might try to get moisture out of? Because I can go kill those rad roaches.
I'm thinking between Dave's fiddling. Dave's fiddling my valve and... Oh, I see what you're thinking of. Alright, yeah, keep doing what you're doing. You want me to pop this valve or not?
He shrugs.
Okay, I'm going to pop this valve, and he's going to go ahead and fiddle that switch, and that would make sense. A low flow would go ahead and go into a safety valve. Okay, yeah. Let's go.
Okay, you... And you twist this nozzle, and a loud, rusty echoes throughout the tunnels and caverns in the sewer. And off in the distance you hear, what the hell was that? And that's where we'll end our session for this.
Okay.
No fair.
I'm gonna hide. God. Never mind, I'll do it next time.
You did it! Oh. Bye, Austin.
Goodbye,
Adios,
Austin.
Bye, Austin.
Again, reinforcing how glad I am that I did not start firing my fucking gun.
Yep.
They were that close by that whole time. They are very unobservant.
Maybe. We don't know
Bye,
yet.
Austin.
Or we are just ninjas.
Man,
We are. Oof, I am ninja.
Episode
you are ninja.
35.
She is ninja.
Indeed.
Too.
You
go in
are
episode 35 folder.
you are singing the song of. Like I watch that all the time during my account.
I am ninja.
Class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I loved I Am Ninja. I have his book. This book looks forward to killing you soon.
God damn, that takes me back.
Dude, it's so good.
Goodbye, host. And hello, chat.
All right. That's another episode of Gateway in the books.
What the sound? What a sound it was. Wow.
Just when you thought the ways couldn't gate any further, they do.
Wow.
Come get away. Come get away. All right.
Away with me.
Right. Well, we'll have to find out what this means next time.
I have concerns.
I think it means there are people nearby and they heard what we
probably.
were doing. But, you know, I'm simply guessing.
Or a very elaborate ruse. We'll have to find out.
Ooh.
Either way.
It's just a very particularly creaky valve.
The creakiest.
It's just some air getting released. Just like Bender from that one episode of Futurama.
Woo! Oh my god.
Oh yeah, he was dead.
All right. So, Caitlin, where can they find you, and what are you up to?
You can find me all over the internet at boobsmcbalrog. Here on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/boobsmcbalrog with zeros instead of O's. I will hopefully be streaming more Final Fantasy XIV, and hopefully we'll be back for more Shark Squad on Friday.
Time will tell.
If you like D&D stuff, on Mondays over at twitch.tv/LannyPator, I am in a campaign with Connor and Shadow Dancer Bob and Taka, and we play in a game called Ties That Bind, and it's super fun. And
Yeah. All right, Rabbit, where can they find you, and what are you up to?
Hi there, my name's Rabbit. You can go ahead and find me on Twitch, Twitter. Hey, Mr. Rabbit. I stream Monday through Friday. I stream RPGs, horror games, and retro games. I'm a variety streamer. If you like RuneScape and Castlevania and Grandia 2 and all kinds of scary, horrible games, I am your man. We've been doing horror games with Sarah every Thursday right now. We've been playing The Last Door. It's birds. Birds! So many birds, and Haster, very fun. Also been getting, doing everything, all the grinding I need in RuneScape to go ahead and do Song of the Elves. We call that the Soap Goat arc. Very good. So many squirrels and putting in boxes. I have over 2,000. Great at it. And if you like stuff like that, if you like the games of yesteryear, if you like getting spooked and whatnot, come on down to twitch.tv/HeyMrRabbit. I'll be more than happy to go ahead and just give you a good old time.
Alrighty. Lanny, where can they find you, and what are you up to?
Hey, you can find me all over the internet at Lanny Pator, twitch.tv/LannyPator, as Caitlin so kindly mentioned. If you're not all role-played out, feel free to drop by Mondays at 5 o'clock Central Time as I roast alive while trying to tell a story with everybody. Demons are happening right now. And,
demons.
have to see where everything's going from there. Not sure how much I'll be streaming while this house is still hot as hell, even in the evening, but I will get back to it eventually. Got a lot of other stuff that I'm working on right now. Appreciate the patience. Love you all out there. Thanks for popping in and hanging out. That's me.
Alrighty. Sarah, where can they find you, and what are you up to?
I'm on Twitter at Sarah with an H and with an E. Willia. I mean, I've shilled the stuff already, and as that if it goes normal, I think me and Rabbit will be doing next Thursday to finish up the last tour, and then maybe try that scary Morby game.
Morb.
Yeah, oh god, that's what we gotta go ahead and call it. I'm gonna
Oh, we're morbin.
I'm a mortician, brother.
The Morb assistant.
The Morb assistant. We gotta keep Jared Leto in his box.
Oh god. But yeah, and that's about it. Honestly, just getting into August.
It is.
Yeah.
It is getting into August.
So very
So
warm.
hot outside.
Very warm.
Indeed. They can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/Distortion Devil. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Yeah. Be sure to keep an eye out for the Treasure Hunter Conclave Ranger on DM's Guild. That's about it for me, actually. Yeah, I'd like to thank our wonderful sponsor for this evening's escapades, who did not roll a lot of random encounters for our party. Die Hard Dice.
Die Hard Dice!
Right.
Ooh, tell me more.
Well, Die Hard Dice is your one-stop shop for dice and dice accessories. And if you head on over to dieharddice.com, you can use the code UNEXPECTABLES! To save 10% on your order. Some of that money gets thrown back to us, so we can keep making shows like this for you, absolutely free.
So we can entertain you further with by our own hand and sweat. Get the math rocks and use the code.
That's right.
It's all I need of you. Just get you to that one.
I just like hearing
Oh
him have
my.
existential crises over dice now.
It's a lot.
I love you, Dice Rocks. Okay.
And speaking of supporting the show,
Yeah.
I'd like to thank these following people for donating their businesses. We've got Protoss103, thank you for the 5 bits. Cynthia has a companion following her, loving this campaign. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's a
Applied
full companion quest.
Applied Thanatology, thank you for the 100 bits. Connor, Dave could suggest making a short-range courser detector using the military circuit and the sensor module. That's making a lot of assumptions about how both of those things work, but sure.
Of course he could, but
Look,
will he?
just throw sciencey sounding words in front of other things, and then you got a sci-fi story.
It worked for Futurama.
I need to attach the quantum modulator to the induction
Microverse
switch.
transversal switch. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Flying
And then
T-Bar-C, thank you for raiding with the party at 2. Zenlita, thank you for the 100 bits. This is what it feels like to have your entire party almost TPK to weather.
What?
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 Hey.
What?
Eh?
Eh?
In the Unexpectables campaign 2, we have a weather system now, and we almost died.
Ah.
Oh.
Oh.
The
Oh.
meteorologists need to get on that shit.
I
Well, you had Dick
mean, we've got
Roberts.
we've got a storm chaser in the party, so you know.
Oh,
That's
of course
true.
you do with Mark.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Reasonable Rex, thank you for the 25 months. The one voice I cannot wait Connor to hear, I cannot wait Connor to do is Mr. Gutsy. I'll have to see if we get there.
Let's see.
Magic Ninjago, thank you for the 50 bits. Gosh, now I want to try Rabbit's cooking. Delishingless. Faceless42, thank you for the 16 bits. Anyone care for a mince and cheese pie?
Sure.
Nice.
I'm on.
Ooh.
Applied Thanatology, thank you for the 5 bits. There are now gluten-free Oreos. You can't tell the difference.
I know,
Unless
and
you-
I've
you
had
abs-
them, and they're so. Shh. I know I've had them, and they're so good, and I love them. Sorry, I feel very strongly about gluten-free Oreos, and
I'm
I will not
sorry,
have
but-
anyone talking shit about them. Don't you dare!
I bought them specifically to make that Oreo bark that I sent you some time ago. You can tell the difference, though. I mean, no insult in that.
I feel like I could try it. It
They're
might be
delicious.
good. If I
They're
can't,
so
if they
good.
say I can't tell the difference, I'm gonna have to give that a shot.
Listen. I love gluten-free Oreos. I love them.
My mother is an Oreo fiend, and she has celiac, so I'm sure she'll be delighted to hear this knowledge.
Connor, they're delicious. Tell
They've
your mother
existed-
it's all
they've
going to be
existed for a
okay.
while.
They have? Huh.
Yeah, they've been out
Hot
for a
minute.
hot minute.
Yeah, because I remember I bought them like, God, back in February when I was making that stuff.
Oreo. All right.
Oreo.
Oreo.
Crisping Oreo for Booey.
Blackfoot Ferret, thank you for the 420 bits.
Hello?
I can't believe it is butter. Squishy tap dancing. Gauze 21, thank you for the 5 bits. Apex jumps from the shadows. Let it rip.
Oh, God.
I shall rip and or tear until it is finished.
Gorilla Geek 21, thank you for the 10 months. Thanks to Probably Not a Mayor for my gift sub. Guys, don't tell anyone in this, okay? This is between you and me. Gateway is on every Saturday, hosted by the one and only Distortion Devil. Don't tell anyone, okay? Gotcha.
Oh my god.
I won't tell everyone that Gateway is every Saturday on twitch.tv/The Unexpectables and is the highest rated Saturday show for the Unexpectables channel.
Absolutely.
It's a closely guarded secret.
Number one most popular show on Saturdays on twitch.tv/The Unexpectables.
A million years, Gateway. A million years.
I know. You can't tell anybody.
A million years. But
No.
you just told everybody.
No.
Damn it! You told everybody. How did you do that?
Ah, dip.
Still
Now I gotta beat you
Again.
again. Get your lumps.
All right. Well, while you're Geo Emperor, thank you.
Oh my god.
Thank you for the 14 months. Thank you for sharing so much passion and joy. You are all beautiful vault dwellers and make the wasteland brighter every day. Oh, shucks.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I needed that today. That's very nice of you.
Blackfoot Ferret, thank you for the 420 bits. It's morphin time. Connor turned into Goofy there for a second. Was it good for you too? Gore.
Well, you, ma'am.
Kane Time, thank you for gifting 5 subs to the community. Protoss103, thank you for the 5 bits. Connor, I'd love to port my level 85 Brotherhood Knight to explore the wasteland. Ooh. Brother.
Brother.
Yeah, well, you'd be pretty lonely in St. Louis. I'll say that much. Kane Time, thank you for the 500 bits. You played that dying old man great. Who says he's dying? I genuinely believed he was coughing up his lungs. Feel better soon, man. Yeah, that was...
I get a strong feeling that was method.
Oh, Connor.
Sure.
Stop hurting yourself.
Fun fact, those coughs were accidents.
I figured that was happening, actually.
Yeah, seriously.
He is not as close to the verge of death as I made him appear with that.
You were about to say he's
God.
not as close to the verge of death as I am. Don't worry.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
And finally, from Poopusa Monkey, thank you for the 10 bits. You mean Gateway, the longest running campaign currently being played? Yeah, I guess so. Kazunai.
It's been running for quite a while.
How long have you been playing Gateway? A little bit over a
A
year.
while.
A little over
Yeah, a little bit
now.
over the year,
Yeah.
Gateway. Only 999,999 years left to go, Connor. Are you excited?
Yeah. Oh boy, I'll be DMing forever.
Boy. Yeah, you will be.
I have to sacrifice.
Literal forever DM.
I have to sacrifice my soul and become a lich to keep DMing this.
Or I can just put you in a box. Death can't
Million
find you
years
if you're in a
which way?
box.
That's true.
Right. So get in.
Reanimate your head like they do in Futurama.
Protons103, thank you for the 5 bits. I'll be fine with my infinite Gatling laser and over 100 stim packs.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But the radiation damage kills you actually. Ooh.
Or slowly turns you into a ghoul.
Hey.
Welcome to the code. Welcome to the
I can
club.
finally use the S word.
How does it feel? It's everything I ever wanted. Thank you. Welcome to the club. Thank you very much.
It's so much catharsis.
Has anyone seen my foot?
Why do you always turn into a pirate?
And with that, we're going to go ahead and take it away here, folks. Thank y'all so much for stopping by and for watching another fun, jam-packed episode of Gateway. Where are we going to take this party?
Thero and Draco are on.
Thero and Draco are indeed on.
Both at the same time? So they're not the same person.
My god. Yeah, let's go ahead and raid Draco. Why not? Raid 1, Darko, Draco. Actually, you know what? We haven't raided Thero in a while, and we raided Draco last time, so let's go ahead and raid Theropod. Raid messages tour time.
Or
Tour time.
Tour time.
Tour time. That'll be our raid message. Thank you so much for stopping by, everybody. We'll see you next week. Take care
Bye-bye.
and have a good night.
Bye. Have a good
Goodbye.
night.
Goodbye.
Goodbye
Goodbye.
now. Goodbye.
Goodbye now.
Thank you
Goodbye.
very much for coming.
Goodbye.
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 Goodbye. Get the fuck
Goodbye.
out of here!
Oh.